Have you ever wondered how cool a Pokemon tag team Cagelocke would be, where 12 different streamers would pair up after every single gym battle in a 2v2 cage match, and after every single match we switch partners, forcing us to adapt and make new strategies with every single partner we get paired up with, inevitably ending in a massive tournament where we all duke it out using the same Pokemon we used throughout the Nuzlocke, culminating in a grand finale that is a complete 50-50? What, just me? I thought everybody thought like this. Is my life a lie? Welcome to the Pokemon Cagelocke Swapouts. This is a massive streaming event that I did with 11 other streamers. The rules are right here if you want to pause and read them, or I'll leave them in the description as well, but I'll mostly be going over it as the course of this video goes on. And what the hell? You're watching this video? It's 3 hours and 30 minutes long. What is wrong with you? I mean, I'll take it. Hell, you may as well just throw a like in there, you know? Subscribe. This event had so many interesting Pokemon battles, and just as interesting, in my opinion, is the prep. So over the course of this video, I will be going over the prep for the cage matches and just reacting to the cage matches themselves. I think this video can actually be a really interesting learning piece for Pokemon PvP, so I hope that you enjoy. So going into this event, I actually had a lot of Pokemon experience as compared to a lot of the other people in the event. I'm very used to doing like super hard ROM hacks and Nuzlocks and stuff like that. So something like this event was actually a really interesting event for me, and I'm really glad that I was able to participate in it. And I also got to meet a lot of really cool streamers like AerialEmbers here. Hey, I was right. There's one legendary.
Deoxys?
Alright, I mean, you basically got a legendary. Check out Sea King, bro. You basically got a legendary.
We got Eevee. Stumpy. And Sea King.
I think this is actually a pretty balanced set of starters, IMO.
Yeah, really?
Honestly, I'm a little jealous, alright? That Sea King looks pretty strong. Bro. Yeah, so I had some pretty stacked starters here. So, at first glance, what do you think I'm picking here? Should be obvious, I gotta pick the legendary, right? Deoxys, he's right there. However, there was one problem here. Well, two problems actually. One, I was a dumbass and I didn't realize that this was Deoxys speed in the moment. If this was base Deoxys, never picking it ever. Because if y'all don't know, this is what Deoxys' stats look like. While yes, Deoxys is a very offensive mon, this thing will die immediately in a Nuzlocke, alright? I don't like super frail Pokemon in Nuzlocks because you can never switch it in. Right, it'll just die to like a gust of wind. What I didn't realize in the moment was that this was actually the speed form as one of my starter choices. And I didn't realize that the speed form actually had some okay bulk. I mean, not necessarily bulky, it still has only 50 HP. So I probably should have considered picking this because it would have outsped literally everything in the event. And with the randomized TMs that are in the randomizer, yeah, we could have gotten some really crazy stuff. That being all said, I could have still been correct in my assumption. The other main reason why I did not want to pick Deoxys here is because of its terrible level up moveset. So just playing an Aura, so Gen 6 Omega Ruby, and this is what we're looking at for its level up move pool. And this is where the event's rule set really comes into play. And I'm noticing this the moment that I pick my starter. Because we are not allowed to use TMs on our mons unless we win a cage match with them, I did not want to pick a mon as my starter that I knew had a terrible level up moveset, because that's basically all they're going to be running. I'd get Deoxys at level 5, and it would only know Wrap, but I would only have Nightshade for the first cage match, and I knew that that was not going to cut it. Actually, fun fact, I didn't even realize this, but apparently the different forms have different level up learn sets. That's actually kind of crazy, wait. Either way, I would have only had Double Team as an addition. Ooh, could have done some evasiveness crap. But yeah, I was not going to be able to rock out with Nightshade into first cage match, so, or even in the Nuzlocke portion, like, I don't want to run this terrible ass learn set. So, I ended up picking Trevenant as my starter. This is because I ended up looking at all of the learn sets for all of these mons, and Trevenant had a pretty good stat spread. It's a ghost type. I like ghost types. And when looking at the learn sets, I realized that this mother trucker got Horn Leech at level 1. In the early game of this event, I noticed something pretty quickly, and that's that all the streamers of this event are dealing with very low base power moves. So to have a mon that has a 75 base power, physical, healing stab move, amazing. It even gets some early game setup and growth. I really like it. Something else I forgot to mention is that all of the Pokemon have randomized abilities. Don't worry. Yo, I got Flash Fire Trevenant. That's actually fire. That is fire, quite literally. Yeah, so getting Flash Fire on a grass type, yeah, that's obviously pretty great. I literally just gained a new immunity on top of my fighting and normal type immunity from the ghost typing. Super incredible. And because we have the randomized TMs, we could also in the future get a fire type move that can be boosted by Flash Fire. Really good stuff. I got really lucky with this starter, I'd say. Sure, it's not a legendary or anything too insane, but it's a great start. Me and Ariel actually had a ton of really funny moments in this split, so if you are interested in watching the full VODs of these events, so that way you could see more of the commentary between me and the streamer themselves, then I have a made playlist on my Clips and VODs channel, right? Later Manner Clips and VODs, ooh, as you can see. So make sure to check that out if you want to see all that. But this video is mostly focusing on what I was planning for the end game tournament and how I planned for my cage matches, so we're gonna be focusing on that today. None of the encounters that I got in the early game were actually that relevant, except for this one Politoed that I got in Petalburg Woods. It has Dark Aura, which is actually mostly a bad thing for Politoed, because you're basically giving it kind of a weakness to Dark type moves, because Dark Aura boosts the power of all Dark type moves for everybody in the field. And obviously Politoed's not going to really be having any Dark type moves because we don't have the TM perk yet. Nevertheless, it is a fully evolved mon in the early game, so you take what you can get. Another important thing that I'd like to mention here is that because the event was way more focused on the PvP aspect, we didn't want any of the streamers losing their actual Nuzlockes. They actually ended up giving us a +3 level cap on top of what the gym leader usually has, which is honestly way too forgiving for somebody like me who has done way too many of these Nuzlockes without healing items or anything and more restrictions on top of that. So being able to use healing items and have a +3 level gap over all the gym leaders, yeah, that's a lot. So needless to say, I went into this very cocky and not thinking that I would lose a single mon the entire lock. And then this twin battle kind of ran up on me and humbled me, to say the least. I obviously should have just rare candied more mons, but I was not about to risk any of my more relevant mons. I was able to see that, you know what, even though it hurts my pride, in order for me to not risk anybody that's actually important, I'm just going to sack my Parasect, who I know I was never going to use anyway, to this Leavanny. So this is the first death of my lock. And spoiler alert, I never end up losing another single mon for the entire Nuzlocke portion of this. I end up losing one mon to a cage match later on, but this is the only mon that I actually lost to the AI, and it's just because I didn't level up my mons, so carelessness at its finest, right? So eventually we make it to Roxanne, the first gym leader, and this is where we have to actually prep our teams for the upcoming cage match. The last thing I'm worried about is Roxanne actually being able to kill one of my mons, but I do want to make sure that all of our mons are prepped for that first cage match. So the first cage match here is me and AerialEmbers versus YourIdiotNerd, who is actually the event coordinator of this, and Gumi Guy. On the bottom screen here, you can see my team. Ember's team is right here. And this is where I really start to recognize that my competitive knowledge over the generations of Pokemon are really going to come in clutch here. Because immediately we see one of the flaws of our opponents here. The power of the team preview is extremely important here. It's important to note that we were not allowed to watch the other streamers' perspectives for this event, so clearly they were just trying to hide more of their Pokemon. So they only brought Pokemon that they knew they would be using. So YourIdiotNerd knew he was going to bring this Mega Camerupt into this battle, right? Which makes sense. It's a Mega Camerupt. It gives him a good chance to win. The problem is that for this first cage match, we were only allowed to each bring one Pokemon. And because he only has the Mega Camerupt here, why would I ever not bring my Mother Trucking Water type and just one-shot it? There was a very high chance that if they both brought a full team of 6 Pokemon in this team preview, that we would have lost this cage match, just because I might have not picked the right lead, right? If I saw that, for example, Nerd had some really strong counters to water types, maybe I wouldn't have picked my water type, right? Maybe I would have stuck with Trevenant. Keep in mind that if Nerd loses this cage match with Mega Camerupt, then he loses Mega Camerupt. So if he had more mons for me to consider, then yeah, maybe I would have considered him just not bringing it. He doesn't want to risk his Mega Evolution, it makes sense. But because Mega Camerupt was 100% coming no matter what, there was no reason for me not to bring my water type. The biggest threat to Politoed was a Chikorita, and to be honest, that's not a threat. And I think that my strategy of bringing my full team actually kind of spread around the event, because I heard that a lot of people were actually doing what Nerd and Gumi Guy were doing here, where they didn't want to reveal more mons of their team, so they just didn't bring that many mons. But I knew that winning more cage matches is way more relevant than just not revealing your mons. You see, in their perspective, they see our entire teams here, so they need to choose the correct mons for our teams as well, but they don't have much to choose from, so they're kind of just screwed. So we ended up locking in Politoed and Drifblim for this battle. Unfortunately, I did not consider how bad Drifblim's moveset is here, but honestly, it's fine because they ended up picking Noctowl and Mega Camerupt because, of course, they had to pick Mega Camerupt. As long as I was able to get the Bubble Beam on Mega Camerupt, everything was going to be fine. So I just said, you know what? Screw it. Just click Minimize, right? Worst thing that could happen is they try to, like, put us to sleep with, like, Hypnosis or anything, or just try to attack us down. So if Take Kids clicks Minimize, then, you know, we have a little bit of extra survivability. None of these attacks are really going to do that much damage anyway, so we may as well just sit on the field longer with Minimize.
Okay.
Trust.
All right.
I'm just going to go for
Attacking?
Kakashi.
Okay.
I really need to kill this thing before it...
Okay.
That's actually really bad.
Yeah.
So the Hypnosis comes out on Politoed here. They might not
be
able to hit you. They're not going to be able to hit you with Hypnosis because you rose your evasiveness sharply. I'm worried about what move this thing has. Flame Burst. That makes sense. It actually hit you. That's crazy. Okay. Honestly, use Minimize one more time.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to do any damage. Your moves will do barely anything. I just need to wake up.
Okay.
And I don't think he has much of anything to hit me, except for Magnitude, which will be... Magnitude's actually kind of a problem.
Yeah, Madness is a massive problem.
So with Politoed asleep and Take Kids, the Drifblim actually just like being almost half HP, we're actually looking pretty rough here. I will say, I actually think that they played well with what they had. Outspeeding Politoed and clicking Hypnosis onto it makes a lot of sense. That means I can't freaking Bubble Beam Camerupt down. Fortunately for us, this is where we start to realize that the level up movesets are really bad because Noctowl only has Peck to attack Drifblim, and I wake up second turn, click Bubble Beam into Kakashi, and it's a clean one-shot. Let's go! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! What if they rage quit? Okay,
We win. Okay.
Okay, Bubble Beam. And then...
What would you like me to do?
You have Astonish, Gust, and what? Payback?
Mm-hmm.
I think Gust is your best bet because of Stab. He might not hit you, so the payback bonus wouldn't work. That's fine. You're gonna damage him. I think we won.
That's insane.
I think we won. That's crazy. Because he's... Okay, so it'll be slow, but because you have the Minimize boosts, he's not going to be able to hit you enough. So we'll win this slowly but surely.
Just keep on doing Gust?
Yeah, just keep spamming it. I'm going to keep spamming Bubble Beam. It's important to note that we actually have Sleep Claws active in this event, so he's actually not allowed to Hypnosis both of our Mons. And even if he did go for it, he was likely going to miss Hypnosis on Drifblim anyway. That was the whole reason why we started clicking Hypnosis in the first place. So no matter how long this battle took, we were winning the War of Attrition. Because it's not like he could just like get insanely lucky with Hypnosis. He just doesn't do enough damage. He's not landing enough of his Pecs into Drifblim. And he has to get through my Politoed as well. It just isn't happening. So Froginator wakes up, hits a strong Stab Bubble Beam. And then that is going to be a GG. Because we land one more Gust and it'll be over.
Crazy how quickly these can change.
Yeah, so that's why, like, yes, you can hide your Pokemon from the opponents, but, like, I think it's definitely much better to show the Mons, so that way they're more confused, and that's why we just won the first cage match.
Honestly, honesty is the best quality.
Honesty is the best quality.
Manner.
Let's go.
Did it.
Team Honesty. And that's the first cage match. Because me and Ariel won, we both got one perk on the Mons that we used. I get one on my Politoed, and she had one on her Drifblim. Because I figured that since we didn't have that many TMs yet, I'd rather just buff up my Politoed with one of the randomized held items that we found in the overworld. In this case, it was a Mystic Water, which, hey, solid boost to my water type moves, right? Moving on to split 2 of the cage match, we are now teaming up with KaydtheBard. Very cool streamer as well. They also didn't have the most Pokemon experience. They only just started streaming Pokemon games, but that's absolutely fine. I had enough confidence in my own experience to lead us into the correct direction to actually win the second cage match as well. I instantly get rewarded by giving the item perk to Politoed because we find a Rindo Berry here as a hidden randomized item. Rindo Berry halves the damage of grass type moves, so I figured that'd be a good thing to use in a cage match. But more importantly here for randomized items is this Sail Fossil. Our rules on fossils is that as long as it is a different fossil than one you've already previously used, you could use as many as you find to get an additional encounter. So fossils are another aspect of why the randomized overworld items are huge in this challenge. So I immediately go back to Rustboro and see what this fossil is. I'm actually able to revive it even before getting to Brawly. I give the Sail Fossil away, and
Okay, cool.
I just got a deal! Okay.
Yeah, we'll say
Now seems like a good moment for me to mention the restricted legendary rule. So within the cage matches, between both parties, only one person is allowed to use a restricted legendary. The restricted legendaries are any box art legendary, Regigigas, because it has its ability randomized, Genesect, Mewtwo along with its megas, and pre-mega evoed Mega Latios Latias and Mega Diancie. Needless to say, Dialga is a box art legendary, so it counts as a restricted legendary. This means that we're allowed to use it, but only if my partner is not also using a restricted legendary in the cage match. Unfortunately for me, I actually got this fossil a little bit too early because we get Dialga revived at level 20, which is exactly one level too high for our level cap, making this encounter unviable until after the next gym. That being said, this Dialga is actually our first team member that goes all the way to the end tournament. So I'm doing the normal Nuzlocke stuff, right? Just going back to old areas now that we have the old rod, and I want to get my Petalburg encounter. And we find yet another pivotal member of our team. Oh! Well, I'm glad I got the freaking Great Balls. Oh, dude. If we beat a cage match with this thing, then I can give it the TM perk, and then it can literally learn every TM in the game. Oh, the plays? But first I have to actually catch it. Just like Past Me had said, yes, Mew is very, very good in a challenge like this as long as I'm able to get the TM perk for it. All the TMs in this file are randomized, so we can have completely nutty movesets on this Mew. It will learn every single TM without fail. As exciting as this prospect was, there was no way I was actually going to catch a legendary, right? No way! That's insane! So needless to say, yes, Mew is a massive pickup for us. The only problem with it is that we needed to beat a cage match with it. And because we're only allowed to use one Pokemon per cage match as of right now, I did not want to risk losing Mew to the next cage match. So I decided I did not want to use this thing until it learned Psychic by level up. In Oras, it learns Psychic at level 30, which is honestly a pretty early level to learn what's basically its strongest stab move. This is still a very strong mon and can put in work even without TMs. That being said, I was not about to rock up to this next cage match with Mega Punch and Transform. I was not risking that. Another thing I'd like to mention about this Mew is that it actually has the Cloud 9 ability, which in the moment I just felt like was a useless ability. However, I can safely say that I was sleeping on Cloud 9. Because all the abilities on all the mons are randomized, a lot of players are actually running abilities like Desolate Land or Primordial Sea. Cloud 9 eliminates even those extra strong weather abilities. This means that if I wanted to use a water type move, say Water Spout in Desolate Land, then I'm allowed to. It does not get disintegrated like Desolate Land usually would. Same thing if I wanted to use something like Eruption in Primordial Sea. It'll just ignore that. Also important to note is that we got a very solid nature for this Mew, plus speed nature. Very, very good. Fast forwarding a bit, obviously we beat Brawly, no issue, but the next cage match comes up. For the second cage match of the event, we are fighting JuniperLea and YourIdiotNerd again. Partners and opponents of each split are completely randomized. Nerd just got unlucky to have to face up against me yet again. So in this team preview, we could see I was actually playing a little bit of mind games here yet again. I ended up putting Mew in my party because I wanted them to think I was going to bring it, which is a smart play. However, I did not respect the opponent's teams as much as I should have. Going into this cage match, me and KaydtheBard actually had a really good plan. You see, in this split, he ended up catching a Mega Audino, and this thing was a support Demon. Extremely bulky mon with Helping Hand to boot. So I figured that Helping Hand Mega Audino could sit on the field, tank hits, and increase the power of my Trevenant's Horn Leeches with Helping Hand. This team preview was actually very, very tough. We are still at a point where we're only allowed to use one Pokemon each. So even though I feel like we did have a really good strategy, we just got a little bit unlucky with our leads. Okay. So the plan here was we wanted to weaken one side of the field. So Bard ends up clicking Baby Doll Eyes into Tyrantrum, which is actually very useful because he ends up clicking Head Smash into Mega Audino, and it does jack all because of the Baby Doll Eyes. I end up Horn Leeching the Tyrantrum for good damage. So currently this battle's actually looking like it's going really well. Mega Audino clicks Growl here, so we're weakening both of the opponents here. Very, very good stuff. Tyrantrum's barely doing any damage. Now the Escavalier is going to do significantly less damage with Twinio after the Growl, but then the worst happens here. Oh, that was a crit though. He got lucky. And the poison.
And the poison.
Okay, we're going to have to start taking down Escavalier here. So I'm So this is actually a lot worse than I had thought about in the moment. And I think even in my head, you could see here that I'm like, wait a minute. This critical hit plus poison on the Twin Needle was absolute disaster. If we did not get crit plus poisoned, then we actually probably would have won this cage match in the end of the day. But these things happen in Pokemon, right? Crits exist for this reason. Escavalier just ate Nurse's only offensive move, which is Disarming Voice. I would say that we just chose the wrong leads here. Very, very unfortunate stuff. I did not consider Escavalier for the wall that it really was to Mega Audino, and we ended up losing this cage match just because of that. While yes, I could have said that without the crit and the poison, we would have won that cage match, it honestly would have been close either way. It was pretty likely at the very least that Escavalier was going to land the poison, even if not the crit. And Hornleech would not have been viable against Escavalier anyway because it quad resists it. Realistically, it was mainly lost the moment we entered Team Preview and picked our 2 Mons. So we end up losing our first cage match. Nevertheless, Juniper and Nerd played very well here, and they won because of it. So on to the third split of the cage match. I will say that this split is actually with one of the team members that got outed for cheating in the event. So we ended up kicking them out of the event at a future split. I'm not going to mention the streamer by name because I think that's a little bit ill-advised. But just know that we all figured it out at a future point, and the event went on just as smoothly after this person left the event. So this is something that's very interesting. Turns out, one of my Pokemon actually had the Honey Gather ability. And Honey in Gen 6 actually causes horde battles. So I ended up grinding as much Honey as I possibly could off of my Honey Gather Pokemon. The main reason why I did this is because I had originally thought that it would be 5 completely randomized Pokemon. So for all my new encounters, I could just use a Honey and have 5 different choices of Mons. I felt like that was really freaking smart. So I ended up testing it in Petalburg Woods here, and a horde of Volcarona appeared. And it was unfortunate because I was like, ah, shoot, it's all the same freaking Pokemon. But what can you do, right? There is benefit here in that I can choose a specific ability because every Pokemon has a 50-50 chance of 2 different abilities. I find out within this battle that these Volcarona actually have parental bond. Unfortunately for me, this isn't exactly relevant because I don't have a gift encounter that I could use to get one of these Volcaronas, but you should keep this in note. Because one of the perks that I didn't even realize we had at this point was an additional encounter perk. And Parental Bond Volcarona, that's pretty friggin' good. Oh, cool. Ah, cool indeed, Later Manner. You have no idea how relevant this Rhyperior is. So as mentioned before, all of the Pokemon in this event have randomized abilities. Rhyperior is a fine Mon, but obviously it has 2 quad weaknesses, 1 to grass and 1 to water. It's just okay, right? This is a solid Mon, I would say, in base, right? So at some point, I catch this Vibrava, which I end up naming HG. And prior to this point, I always said that I should not use unevolved Mons in cage matches just because their base stats are just not as high. You know, they don't have as much going for them. But this Vibrava was actually an exception because it has one of the craziest abilities in this entire event, that being Desolate Land. Desolate Land is Primal Groudon's ability, and it nullifies all water-type attacks while this is in effect, and also gives a times 1.5 boost to all fire-type moves. Now, on Vibrava itself, not really that big of a deal. I mean, a water-type immunity is nice, but in combination with my partner of this split, who had 2 insanely strong fire types, we were able to do a lot with this. The moment I saw Desolate Land, I knew that I wanted to combine this with one of my partners, and I'm glad that we were able to do it. We ended up combining it with Mega Blaziken and Infernape. And additionally in this split, we have move tutors. Now move tutors, unlike the TMs, are not restricted. So I ended up telling my partner that they should go teach Blast Burn to their Infernape and their Mega Blaziken. And I know what you might be thinking, Blast Burn, that's a freaking trash ass move. But at this point in the game, even a move like Blast Burn is so huge. Fire-type Hyper Beam is still far stronger than using Ember twice, for example. Using Ember twice is about 80 base power. Using Blast Burn once is 150 base power. You do the math, obviously the Fire-type Hyper Beam is better. I should also mention that this is the first cage match where we're allowed to use 2 Pokemon rather than 1, making the cage matches instantly so much more interesting. With 2 Mons, we actually have choices to make within the cage matches, and it's not just based on, oh, did you pick the correct Mon? So I ended up clicking Vibrava and Rhyperior. Now, Rhyperior has not met its greatness quite yet, but him being chosen in this cage match is still extremely relevant, because if we win this cage match, then that means that we get a perk on it. And because this Rhyperior has the Unburden ability, getting the item perk on it is essential. So I chose it as my second Mon, really just trying to be a little greedy, because I figured that honestly, Desolate Land, Vibrava, and the 2 fire starters are probably going to be all that we need to win this match. There's just an unfortunate scenario for our opponents. I honestly feel bad for this cage match. Because I have Rock Slide on Vibrava, I can just spam that crap, hope for flinches. We're doing a crap ton of damage to the opponents. Rock Slide is quad effective on Butterfree as well. So we figured that we could just click Fire Pledge into the Braviary and then just click Rock Slide to finish off the Butterfree here. Now I will say they go for the Wing Attack on Mega Blaziken and it does a lot of damage. And Vibrava putting in the offensive presence that we did not expect. The GOAT Vibrava. They actually send out a Blaziken of their own in the Desolate Land, which is definitely scary, right? They're getting the Desolate Land boost. But because this is a Mega Blaziken, it is just going to be a faster Mon. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this Mega Blaziken that my partner has Levitate. So we are able to click Bulldoze for speed control. We ended up deciding to click Blast Burn into the Braviary because we wanted to make sure that went down above all else. And I was able to Bulldoze Blaziken here anyway. So even if Mega Blaziken goes down, Blaziken's not going to outspeed anything else and it'll be fine. What I did not think about is competitive. Fortunately, however, this Blaziken did not get the Move Tutor moves. This is where my superior game knowledge really came in clutch, because if I did not think of these Move Tutor moves, then this match could have been completely different. We literally just have stronger moves than our fire types here. Poor Take Kids, I gave that thing its nickname. I don't want it to go down. No. But at this point, yeah, I just keep spamming Rock Slides, and Vibrava really just does the work here. We get some flinches, and at this point we're just so far ahead on Mons that we can't really lose this. Like, yeah, sure, we missed the Blast Burn on the Minimize. It's pretty cool to actually see AerialEmbers using Minimize. I'm assuming because it's what worked in our first cage match. But at the end of the day, we just had way too much momentum, so there was no way it was ever going to work. And that's GG's. Yeah, that was a really strong strategy. That was a pretty dominant victory just because Desolate Land is that strong of an ability. And yeah, who would have guessed, combined with 2 very strong Fire-type starters, yeah, we had a pretty big advantage there. So because we ended up winning our 3rd cage match, we actually got to pick some perks on our Mons. Yet again, because we're still in the relative early game, we don't have a ton of really strong TMs, I decided to just give Held Item perk to both Rhyperior and Flygon. Now at this point in the run, I really truly did not expect these Mons to be so relevant to the entire run. But yeah, I just happened to use 2 of my most relevant Mons in the finale in this early of the game. I think there's a good point for me to mention that building up perks in the early game is extremely relevant in a challenge like this, because it'll just keep snowballing to a point where your specific Mons have so much more options than the opponent. So thankfully now, in the Flannery split, we are teaming up with someone that I respect a far bit more than our previous partner. We are partnering with JuniperLea. Now at this point in the event, it hasn't been established yet, but in time, the streamers of the event kind of got the idea that me and JuniperLea were the scariest threats of the tournament. And it's easy to see later on, but at this point, it's kind of hard to tell, you know? I didn't win all my cage matches thus far, and neither did Juniper. I believe at this point, Juniper lost 1 and won 2, and I also won 2 and lost 1. So that was kind of up in the air. But I did recognize how competitive Juniper was in this split, because up to this point, I had screen shared my game along with my current partner. Juniper was the first partner that rejected the idea of screen sharing with me. I offered to screen share my game as long as my partner would also screen share for all of my previous splits, because I figured that it was more important for us to focus on winning the cage matches rather than keeping our Mons as secret from our current partners. And I'll admit, I was correct in that assumption, but I also see the argument for Juniper here, especially if Juniper was scared of me specifically as a competitor. Juniper did not want to reveal her Mons to me, so I also did not end up screen sharing with Juniper as well. That being said, I was very careless. I could tell that I was not as hyper-competitive as Juniper at this point, because I was just talking about my Mons all willy-nilly. I'm like, oh, I have an unburdened Rhyperior that now has an item perk that I really love to use in the cage match. And as it turns out, we did end up using that in our cage match, so I'm glad that I did say it. And yeah, I'll be honest, we had a really cool strategy for it, so I might even just go straight to it. I don't think that there's any important catches in this split. Juniper was really cool, though. I enjoyed our split together even without the screen shares. Juniper's very knowledgeable about the game. This is the first partner that I had in the event where I truly felt like we were kind of bouncing ideas off of each other for the cage match. You know, we wanted to make the best team possible for the match. Actually, I'm lying. We did have a relevant capture in this split, and that's this Gligar here. And it turns out that one of our opponents for this match was AerialEmbers again, which is the same opponent that I had in the last cage match. So my theory about this is that Ariel is going to predict Desolate Land again. So this cage match is where I think the strategies get really interesting. So my Rhyperior actually has the Unburden ability, which doubles its speed stat after it has consumed its held item. Now on top of that, Juniper's Sharpedo here actually has the move Swagger. So our strat here was to lead Rhyperior and Sharpedo, so Sharpedo could click Swagger into Rhyperior and proc its Piercing Berry, which cures its confusion that Swagger causes, while also keeping the doubling attack stat that Sharpedo is giving my Rhyperior. So not only are we basically giving a free Swords Dance to Rhyperior, but we are also doubling Rhyperior's speed in that same turn because of Unburden. The mind games really began in this cage match, I like to think, because we all have a full team of 6 to reveal here to the opponents, right? And I'm bringing Vibrava for the specific reason that I want them to think that I'm bringing Desolate Land again. I specifically told Juniper to bring 2 fire types, especially her Reshiram, which she did reveal to me because we had to reveal that we had restricted legendaries. The plan was simple, right? We want Reshiram to be in Juniper's party so that way AerialEmbers thinks we're bringing Desolate Land again because it worked so well in the last cage match. And Arcanine is also there, 2 fire types, right? It makes it very clear that that's what we're going for. So the assumption is that they're going to prep for Desolate Land. But in reality, we're going for the Rhyperior, Sharpedo, Swagger strat on lead. So this is what we're rocking out for this cage match. And I'll be honest, I really wanted to convince Juniper here that Mew was the correct second Pokemon. Technically Mew does not have any actual synergy in this cage match, but it is still a very strong Pokemon. At this point it has Stab Psychic. This is the split that I had planned to use Mew because it knows Psychic at this point. If there's a cage match that I felt like that we could win with Mew in our party, it's this one. We have a very strong strategy at the start here. Juniper's a very smart partner, so I had a really good chance of winning this cage match. Juniper, being as competitive as she is, actually expressed the fright of allowing me to use Mew for it to get the TM perk, but at the end of the day, I ended up telling her, hey, you know what? I don't mind if you want to give your Reshiram as the second place Mon. You could give a perk to your restricted if I could give a perk to my Mew, right? And that's kind of how it ended up going down, and yeah. So we ended up committing to that, and it worked out for both of us. So looking at the lead, they're leading with Noivern and Marshtomp, and as Juniper is going to mention here in a second, Noisy has the Airlock ability, meaning that we were right on the money and think that they were going to predict the Desolate Land, because Airlock would have shut down Desolate Land's effect, and Marshtomp could have clicked its Water-type moves wherever it so chooses.
Looks like they did anticipate us using Desolate Land because they used Airlock.
Exactly, yeah. So that was part of our strat, was to mess them up, because Ariel knew that I had that. They were smart to do that, but we just outplayed. Now, unfortunately, at this point, my Rhyperior doesn't have a great learn set. Keep in mind that we're still rocking out with level up moves, because we do not have the TM perk on Rhyperior yet. So as good as I do think that the Swagger Unburden strat is, we do have to land our Rock Blast and all that. So I continue to yap here and consider what the frick to do on this first turn. And as you can see, the command time just keeps going down and down and down. And I goes down. Oh shoot, we ran out of...
That could also work.
Oh no, I was too slow. I ran out of command time. It's going to pick a random move. Oh my god, Juniper, I threw. I didn't realize we had so little command time left. Okay.
Hopefully it picks something good.
Juniper, I'm so sorry I threw. I was not paying attention. Rock Blast? It avoided. Okay.
And that's just unlucky.
Yeah, very unfortunate. That probably would have killed too.
No Water Pledge.
As Juniper said there, clearly they did not know about Water Pledge. If this Marshtomp had Water Pledge, there was a good chance we actually lost this cage match. So again, me and Juniper's superior game knowledge is actually really coming into clutch here. Now, we ended up missing Rock Blast anyway, which is a bit unfortunate, but we did end up getting the Swagger Unburden off. Okay, what moves do you have on Sharpedo? We could probably do something here.
I've got Night Slash, Ice Fang, and Aqua Jet.
Okay, maybe... I'm wondering what we want to aim for, because yeah, that Marshtomp will kill me here. I could kill Marshtomp. I could actually just kill Marshtomp. You might be able to, yeah, I'm gonna kill Marshtomp with...
I could...
That is so unfortunate. I guess you can Ice Fang Victory Bell, right? Is that a good idea or no?
Well, if you can one-shot the Marshtomp, then yeah, that's probably my best option.
Actually, wait. Aim for... No, don't. Never mind. Because, well, no. I'm going to be faster than you, right? What's your speed stat? Quick, check really quickly on your Sharpedo.
I'm at 126 speed.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be faster than you. Okay, click Ice Fang on Marshtomp. That way, if I don't kill, then at least I'll kill it with that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because I'm going to outspeed it. So at least we'll get a kill no matter what. Damn, that does way less than I expected. 5-hit, trust. 5-hit, trust. Oh, we got a crit. Let's go. Wasn't scared. All right, Ice Fang going into Victory Bell now.
Nice, nice.
That was good. That was good. That was good. Good damage. I might die here. Oh, that's a spread move. I think I lived that, and it's physical. Oh, no. Okay, I guess I was wrong.
That did a lot.
Okay. We're still in the lead a little bit, because you can kill with one more Ice Fang. The miss is definitely very unfortunate. Okay. You can kill that. Well, obviously, I have to go into Mew here. It also Battle Cinema. This last mon is. Do I even need to say anything? Do you have... Yeah, they have Cloud9 as well. Wow. They were ready for it. Oh, this is an important moment to realize. So as I'm sure that you may have noticed as the viewer, wait a minute, this Drifblim participated in the last cage match and it got defeated last time, so shouldn't it be dead? So how we decided to do this is the winners of that cage match get to choose one of the used mons of the opponents. So last time I ended up choosing Braviary to die instead of Take Kids. I'll be honest, it's just because I really like this Drifblim because I'm the one that named it. I'm not even gonna lie. I have emotional attachment to that Drifblim. But yeah, it's basically just a rule put in place so that way the people who lose the cage matches don't just like lose 1 million mons per cage match. So they only lose 1 instead. Oh wait, no, I have Cloud9, I'm stupid.
If I go into Drifblim and you go into Victory Bell.
Yeah, so what move do you have for it? Do you have Night Slash, right?
Night Slash, yeah.
Yeah, go do that then. I'll kill Victory Bell, that should be fine. I don't think Drifblim's that scary anyway. I think I could eat it. I'm just gonna go for Victory Bell here. I think we can still win despite the miss on Rock Blast first turn. That was nice though that we got the 4-hit crit on the second turn. That basically made up for it a little bit. That Marshtomp must be like all HP physical defense because it ate that so well. Night Slash comes out. And it OHKOs. Oh, we got this. This is so free. So at this point, we're just so far ahead that we are going to win this battle. It's a bit unfortunate that the Unburdened Rhyperior couldn't do as much as I really wanted it to do, but trust me, even though that Rhyperior struggled a little bit in this cage match, it is definitely going to get its showtime in the final tournament. And this means that my Rhyperior and my Mew both get perks. The mons that I'm using for these cage matches are not only very likely to win the cage matches, but I knew that they had a lot of potential to be used in the final tournament. Unburdened Rhyperior is just really good because it also throws off the opponent, right? It's an ability that does not show once it activates. So it has that surprise factor to it, and it's also just really freaking strong. I mean, look at this man's stats, all right? Rhyperior here has 140 attack, but 40 speed. So if we max out its speed EVs, Unburden is just really freaking crazy. So even though the speed is really bad, if we max out its speed EVs, it actually outspeeds a max speed Crobat, which is kind of freaking insane because of a Crobat that we're going to see in an upcoming split here. So yes, after the Unburden boost and the max speed EVs, this Rhyperior does outspeed like basically everything in the game with a massive 140 attack stat to start sweeping things. I figured with the TM perk and the item perk combined, this Rhyperior is looking really good into the endgame. But screw the Rhyperior, what really matters at this point on my mind is the mother trucking max TM usage of Mew. This is the first time that we used Mew in a cage match, and I knew exactly what TM I was teaching immediately, and that's mother trucking Water Spout. Kind of immediately at this point, the TM perk is really, really strong for Mew. We just get a full, strong moveset on a plus speed nature Mew. We just have so many options at this point. I mean, look at this. Even at 4th gym, to have this moveset, this is absurd. Psychic, Bug Buzz, Water Spout, Searing Shot, Grass Pledge. We have so many options to teach this Mew. And that's randomized TMs for you. I could even change this thing's moveset depending on the cage match that I'm about to go into, which I end up doing in this upcoming split, in fact. You know, right here, I decide, well, I don't really want to use Searing Shot because it hits my partner. But if I find out that my partner has a really good synergy with Searing Shot, then hey, why not use it, right? But yeah, shout out to Juniper, great partner. I enjoyed our split greatly. But now we move on to our split with the GenericDolphin, who is very, very good in the eyes of everybody in the event, right? And in my eyes as well. Fun fact, Dolphin is actually the one that got me into this event, right? Everything's through connections these days. Dolphin's actually a close friend of mine that I've known for like 8 years at this point, some bullcrap like that. And yeah, Dolphin's really cool. Shout out to GenericDolphin. At this point in the tournament, Dolphin had not lost a single mother trucking cage match. Not one. So the GenericDolphin was actually thought of as the most threatening competitor of the event. Like everybody in the Discord's like, oh god, Dolphin's sweeping. Oh god. Oh no, I gotta fight Dolphin. It's over for me, right? And for good reason too. Dolphin has a ton of game knowledge. So I was really excited for our split. I already knew that we meshed well on a commentary level, as you could see from this clip. I hope that me and this GenericDolphin person can get along, you know.
God, yeah, I know.
So, you
Slater
know,
Manor
like,
guy kind of stresses
hopefully
me
it
out.
works.
Honestly,
I don't
think
know.
I like him. I don't
know. I mean, like,
I think it's kind of. God,
they
I
were
was
talking some
dreading
trash.
this one.
They were talking some trash in the Discord too.
was-
They were like, oh, "I'm gonna win every single cage match," and then they lost the last week, so it was kind of fun.
No, don't say that.
Talking mad trash, bro. They're like, "Man, these people suck." So yeah, at this point, finally Dolphin ended up losing their first cage match in the last split before mine, so we had to get Dolphin another mother trucking W. This split with Dolphin was actually filled with a ton of additional encounters that we were able to catch. Funnily enough though, I've caught almost every single final Pokemon that I wanted to use for the final tournament. There's only one Pokemon that I have not caught yet that I end up catching in a future split because I figured, hey, I've already built up all these perks on these mons. Let's just try to get both item perk and TM perk on all the mons that we want to use for the end tournament. I ended up catching quite a few of these pre-mega evolved Pokemon, but I just figured that they were worse than what I already had. So inevitably, me and Dolphin reach our cage match. We're yapping over and over and over again. And at this point, I forgot to take my ADHD meds, clearly, because I'm just rocking back and forth, not even considering the fact that the timer's about to run out. All right, whatever. And I'm like, oh shoot, okay, I gotta enter in. But then my bottom screen isn't working, and I freak out. It's actually not working! It didn't work! Oh my
All right, we got this.
it didn't work! It just didn't work! I was clicking it! So, yeah, at this point, I threw. I tried to use the touchscreen to enter, and for some reason, it just was not working. And yeah, I was freaking out because I did not want to be the reason that we lost this cage match. Now, call it cockiness, call it whatever the frick you want, but at this point, I figured we could still win. This Machamp has Flash Fire, so I'm able to click Searing Shot for free here. At this point, there's a Fortress on the field, so it makes sense to just freaking click it. So as it turns out, I was actually right to be cocky. You know, we get the Flash Fire Machamp and everything. Fortress goes down. We get the burn, 30% chance Searing Shot burn. Dual Chop comes out. Just does massive damage to legs here. It only clicks Toxic Spikes, which does not affect, obviously, our starting mons and my mon in the back, which is Dialga. We are looking at a very pretty situation here. Machamp is just able to throw out moves like however it wants, and Mew could just keep on tossing out really strong stab psychics and searing shots here. Machamp takes out the Tentacruel, and we are just so far ahead at this point that this is a very dominant win. This is the power of Mew into the early game. We just quite simply have much stronger moves than the opponents. I had Water Spout to take out Camerupt. I had Searing Shot to take out Fortress. I had Psychic to take out Scolipede, and I have Searing Shot to take out Shedinja here. This Mew was just insane in this cage match. And I'll be honest, this Mew has never put up LeBron numbers like this ever again. This Mew was insane in this cage match. How many kills did this thing get? I think Machamp only got 1 kill. Am I crazy? Yeah, Machamp killed the Tentacruel. We killed Fortress, that's 1. We killed Scolipede with Psychic. And we just freaking water spouted camera up to the next dimension. Oh my god, it's just not fair. We basically put Jigglypuff into range for Machamp. Oh my god, this Mew, man. So this instantly made Mew an insane threat. And for good reason. For good reason. At this point of the event, nothing had crazier moves than that Mew. Me and Dolphin had really great synergy with the Flash Fire Machamp. That was very smart. It ended up working out very well. And yeah, even despite me only bringing in 2 Mons, it did not matter. So after that, we are led into the Winona split with DeadlyTamer. And DeadlyTamer's really cool. I really liked my split with him. It also got me to meet Grief Ninja, who also just basically collabed in this same split in call. He was chilling. So as I mentioned earlier, I was very cooperative with all of my partners in this event. I screen shared everything. I was very giving for knowledge. I was always trying to make my partners stronger instead of trying to, you know, hide information from them. I wanted to make them stronger so that way we could both put all of our effort into that current cage match. And this really came ahead here. This is absolutely my biggest impact on another player. Deadly is a good player. I want to put that out there. But Deadly did not look everywhere in the game. He clearly is not as much of a dweeb about these Pokemon games as I am, because I know in randomizers, the first thing I gotta check is, oh shoot, let me get every single TM. A randomized TM is insane, right? So eventually I tell Deadly, I'm like, did you ever check the Mauville TM corner, right? Because Deadly was saying he has really bad TMs, right? He doesn't have anything strong. And I was looking at his TM block and I was like, what the hell? Like, there's like barely any TMs here. I feel like you just didn't even check the TM shops. Are you in Mauville City right now?
I am still.
Check the mart in that town. I just want to see what TMs you have in there, if there's anything useful. Wow. Wow! You have freaking Spore in there. You have Eruption in there!
Eruption? Wow,
And Tail Glow?
dude.
What is happening? Spore's insane. If Spore could be taught to Crobat, it actually might be GG. You just became a threat.
Wait, what?
You just became a threat. Spore can be taught to all of your Mons. That's insane.
Oh, it just became a
That is
threat.
the best TM. This is extremely fast Spore. So you outspeed the opponents and you can put something to sleep for free. Like, okay, so like let's say you put something to sleep. They can switch that Mon out and keep it in the back. So that way you're not allowed to put to sleep another Mon. But that's fine. That Mon's basically out of commission for the rest of the match. So yeah, I was cooking. What can I say? It is very, very fortunate that Deadly was just so happened to be in Mauville City, and I was like, why not? Just check the freaking mart. I know that there's a TM shop there. Maybe there's something that you missed. Turns out Deadly didn't buy any of the TMs in there. Didn't even see them. Freaking, he gets Spore and Eruption from there, both of which are moves that he ended up using to great success in the final tournament. And as I said here, Deadly became a threat at this moment. How the randomized TMs worked in this randomizer is they are put over the original TM, and whatever the original TM's learn set was, is what the new TM's learn set will be. So Spore had replaced Deadly's Protect TM, and Protect can be taught to like basically every single Pokemon on Earth. So now Spore can be taught to every single Pokemon on Earth, as long as they have the TM perk. I wasn't lying in this clip, by the way. Deadly, with this Spore TM, instantly became one of the most threatening opponents. Trust me when I say that Crobat's 130 base speed with Spore is a freaking insane threat. Not to mention, it gets Tailwind by level up. Tailwind in doubles is especially really strong. 130 base speed with Spore and Tailwind, bro. That's just so ridiculous. This is the greatest support Mon in all of the cage match, flat out. Like, it just is, right? This and Juniper's Regice, which we're going to run into once we start talking about the tournament. But, yeah, man, this thing is insane. Absolutely cracked. And we're going to see it put in work in this cage match that we end up doing. So, I would like to put out there that this was the first cage match that I loved. I fell in love with this cage match. I watched this cage match over and over and over again. I love this cage match so much. I think this crap is epic. I might even just let it play out here. You know what? Screw it. Let's just react to it. I don't even give a damn. Oh my god, what is Juniper's team? Okay,
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Okay, calm down. I still think Crobat is faster than everything except for Deoxys attack. If it's Deoxys attack, we might be in trouble. Wow, I did not consider the idea that there might be a Mon faster. You should probably start with Crobat. bring Tyranitar.
Oh god. Oh god.
And then who had Spore? Escavalier and Swalot?
Escavalier and Swalot.
Bring
me right now.
Escavalier. Bring Escavalier for the other one.
Okay. So first is Crobat, second is Tyranitar, and third is Escavalier. Alright. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just selected some bullcrap. Alright.
Okay. Oh god.
Wow. This is gonna be hard. Okay. This is gonna be probably the hardest cage match. This is gonna be the hardest cage match. Jearld and Juniper, this is the most cracked team. It just is. While I am one of the more experienced players of this event, so are Jearld and Juniper, right? I would consider me, Jearld, and Juniper to be on the same level of game knowledge. And this is nothing against Deadly. I think Deadly is a great dude. I loved our split together. But Deadly does not have the same amount of game knowledge as Jearld and Juniper do. So I was going to have to do some lifting here, right? And that was scary to me. Jearld and Juniper have about the same game knowledge as me. And with both of their powers combined, I didn't know if I was going to be able to pull through. Thankfully, in me and Deadly's prep, we found the Spore Crobat. The Spore Crobat was the central of our strategy here. So we're going to watch this cage match, and maybe I'll commentate as I go through, but this cage match is just so good.
God.
Wow, this is going to be hard. Okay, this is going to be probably the hardest cage match. Depending on what they bring. Okay, I'm going to be looking up their moves. Help me look up moves whenever you can. Okay, Kyogre, look up Slacking for me. Gen 6... Oras.
Slacking, you said?
Yes, look up Slacking.
And at this point...
Okay, in Gen 6 Oras. Okay.
It could have Swagger, Counter, Chip Away, Cavette, Amnesia, Fence Attack, Slack Off, Encore, and Punishment, Hammer Arm, Fling, Scratch, Yawn.
Okay.
What do we do?
Slacking is threatening.
What's up,
You
Mercer?
You have Spore, right? Click Spore into
Spore.
Kyogre.
Should we do the Tailwind strategy?
Not right now. We're faster than them.
Okay, Spore on Kyogre?
Yes, Spore on Kyogre. If we can get that thing neutered,
Oh my god.
then we're good. I think I just start damaging into Slacking.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm so scared.
Wait,
Oh,
is
God,
Water
this is
Spout? I think Water Spout will be stronger because I'm in the rain. I'm gonna go for that.
Alright, go ahead.
Even
Oh my God.
despite.
Yeah, the voice is faster.
Okay, Spore is out. That's huge. Kyogre is neutered for the rest of the match. I Water Spout. Rain boosted. Damage.
Oh my god.
This was a throw. there were a few. Now this happened a few times in the Cagelocke, unfortunately. So for any keen-eyed viewers out there, do you remember what my Muse ability is? My Muse ability is Cloud 9, which ignores the effects of weather. So that was not a rain-boosted Water Spout. If it was a rain-boosted Water Spout, it would have killed the Slacking. It was not rain-boosted. In hindsight, I should have gone for either Psychic or Detect here. Psychic onto Slacking might have actually done the job and killed it.
Oh my god.
Crit, attack order. That's gonna hurt. Please don't kill. Ah! No! Okay, that was a crit.
Okay.
Now, attack order does have a high chance to crit, but I think Jearld, this is Jearld's Slacking, by the way. Jearld told me after the match that he had calced specifically for this Mew. He gave it attack order specifically for the Mew, because Juniper knew that I had a Mew. Oh, that's really bad.
Oh god. Oh, that's really bad.
That is really bad. Okay,
Tailwind? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
okay, what other moves do you have? What other moves do you have?
Tailwind, I have, hang on. I need to see my moves again. Oh my god. I'm scared.
Okay, your moves are
Hang
Tailwind,
on,
Spore,
hang on.
Acrobatics, Bite. So I want to put out there that they had no idea that this Crobat could have Spore, right? This is just a normal Crobat in their eyes. They have no idea what the heck it has. Spore, Crobat was not even something they had on their radar, and that's the only reason that this worked so well in our favor. This Primal Kyogre did not have the Drizzle. Juniper and Jearld are smart, all right? They knew what the hell they were doing with this lead. This Slacking has Drizzle. Drizzle Slacking to boost Primal Kyogre is here, right, this Primal Kyogre, I don't know if y'all know Primal Kyogre's stats, but this thing is ridiculous, all right? Like, you're scared of the randomized ability slacking. I'm scared of this freaking Primal Kyogre in the rain. Like, god damn, bruh. You see this? 180 special attack. That is ridiculous. In the rain boosted. Like, what the fudge? Usually this is one of the mons that's weaker in the randomizer because it does not have Primordial Sea as its ability. But now it's in the rain, so it's effectively the same damn thing. So yes, they are very, very smart players. He ran attack order specifically for the Mew. They knew what the frick they were doing, bruh. They really did. But at the same time, we knew what we were doing. We knew that leading Spore Crobat was the play. We instantly put their strongest Pokemon out of commission. That was our goal right from the start. We did that crap. Okay, we did good on Spore and Kyogre. That's her most threatening mon, by far. Okay, if you Tailwind, I could actually outspeed Kyogre with... I could actually outspeed Slacking with Dialga. I think that makes sense. I'm gonna hard swap Dialga and then just click Aura Sphere into Slacking.
Oh god. Okay. Oh god, Dialga.
This is a battle of legends right here. Oh shoot, wait! They can't bring Reshiram. They actually can't.
They can't.
Because...
Tailwind?
Because it's another restricted.
Have...
Alright, yeah. Definitely bring Tailwind. Use Tailwind. Alright, same turn. I should be able to outspeed Slacking now. And just kill it.
Go ahead.
And here's the second throw of the match. Tailwind comes out. I should outspeed and kill Slacking. So, if you're a competitive battler, then this sounds like a smart idea, right? Clicking Tailwind, same turn, so that way Dialga will outspeed Slacking and go for the kill, right?
Yeah.
But Slack Off comes out. That did not work. Watch, what happened?
What is it doing?
Gen 6 battle mechanics might be different than I realized.
No!
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh god.
Okay, Tailwind's up now. I guess speed turns... This is Gen 6. I'm sorry. I misremembered how speed turns work now. It's fine. It's true. Now, This is true. In Gen 6, speed was not dynamic. It wasn't until Gen 7 where the speed stat would be calculated in the moment rather than after the turn. The turn of events of all the Pokemon on the field is determined before you click your move, right? So Crobat clicking Tailwind does not affect Dialga's turn order. If it did, Dialga would have killed Slacking before it could have slack off there. But this is fine at the end of the day. We put Slacking into a point where he basically has to slack off again or just go for an attack. And we outspeed now that Tailwind is up for sure. So now we know we will outspeed 100%. We'll be faster than both of them.
Okay.
I guess I'm just going to click Aura Sphere, click Spore again into freaking Kyogre.
Is that even allowed?
Yes. As long as it's only one Mon put to sleep at a time, Sleep Claws, that's how Sleep Claws works.
Or on Kyogre again, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a chance she switches Kyogre, expecting the Spore, but we'll find out.
No, because my wire's too fast.
True. Okay, this is fine. So I'm killing Slacking here because of Tailwind. Let's go.
Oh god.
Okay, Slacking's down.
Here we go.
We're just going to keep sporing Kyogre. I have leftovers on Dialga, so I'm healing.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm literally shaking.
This is probably the craziest cage match, bruh. Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Okay, so who do we know who's who, though?
Okay, Ice Beam. This Kyogre has nothing for Dialga. That was definitely her best move. She's aiming for Dialga, too. She's not even aiming for Crobat. I think we honestly keep... Well, Ice Beam's going to be threatening into Crobat, but that's okay. Crobat already has done a great job, just for survival. Shoot. Okay, we're in the rain. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How did the rain get set up?
Kyogre.
No, Kyogre... Its ability should be randomized.
Wait, what if it's the Slacking?
Did the Slacking have Drizzle?
I don't know. I want to look back when it first started the fight.
Are you able to, like, look back at the start in your VOD or something?
Yeah, no, it was, man, it was, what's his name?
It was Slacking that had
Gerald,
Drizzle? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
What should I use? What should I use?
Okay. Okay. Ground type move is incoming on me, I think. I might switch.
Should I use
Camera-
acrobatics or bite?
Okay. Use acrobatics on Volcamel.
Okay, I got it. I don't think they know how. Oh god, I'm literally shaking. I'm literally shaking.
Whatever. I gotta switch to Larry. It's the only play.
Larry? Oh god. I'm literally shaking.
Okay, we gotta kill this camera up. Damage, right? Let's freaking go, Crobat! That was a crit!
Holy shit!
Earth Power? Okay, that's fine. I have Spadef EVs. Oh my god, we eat it! Okay.
Oh my god! Holy crap.
Okay, just acrobatics again.
I'll go acrobatics again on his Volcamo. You target the
The Kyogre.
Yeah, okay.
Or I could recover.
Oh god. Or you could recover.
I'm tempted to recover. Bro, that Crobat was putting up LeBron numbers,
You could do it,
trust.
But however, the Volcamo will be dead, and that'll be the only thing that would target you.
Mistball could.
So-
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna Mistball. Who's... Okay, you should be faster than me. Yeah, acrobatics
Yeah,
Volcamel. I'm gonna Mistball Volcamel just in case that crit mattered.
No, I don't think so.
It's okay. I'll get redirected if you kill. That's fine. Okay.
There we go, there we go.
I just wanted to make sure we killed something here.
Miss Ball.
Alright, give me the special attack drop. We woke up. Ice
No!
Beam. That's gonna hurt either one of us.
No!
Yo, live!
Wait.
Click Spore.
Okay.
Okay, when
Spore.
Peter's out,
Spore.
please tell me the last Mon is not faster than you.
Oh,
If it's
God.
Deoxys,
Oh, God.
you're screwed. Trevor? It is not
Okay.
Deoxys. You're faster.
Oh, you're good.
Click
Okay.
Spore.
On Kyogre?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. This will
Okay,
be worth
if
it.
you
I'll lose my
outspeed that,
Mon.
I think I should outspeed Trevor. I'm gonna heal pulse you. I
Okay.
think.
Wait. Hold up. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna heal pulse you, so that way Trevor can't kill you. This trap was so good. Everything just went so well. Even without the Tailwind, I should outspeed a Trevenant. I have no speed EVs, and I'm a speed lowering nature, but Trevenant's super slow. That's something important to note, actually. I forgot to mention this earlier. I did catch this Latias at some point. I didn't show it, but this Latias wasn't as relevant as I wanted it to be. It has Flame Body as its ability, which is pretty solid, but this Latias has 0 speed IVs and a speed lowering nature. Honestly, I don't really like that it's that slow. And its IVs in general just weren't that good, so I didn't end up bringing it to the final tournament. I also didn't find a Soul Dew, so I just didn't bother.
I am literally shaking.
Alright, Spore on that Kyogre, bro.
I already did. Oh, I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking.
Oh my god, Spore Crobat is carrying so much! Spore Crobat really is carrying.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No!
She switches. This is still fine. That's fine.
Wait, that's actually good, because her Tyranitar is threatening. I did tell you about its abilities, right?
What was it?
It had a lot of, it had, like, Fire Fang, Ice Fang, Bite, and there was something else. I just can't remember.
Fan attack. That won't kill. Let's freaking go. Okay. Heal Pulse carries. So badass. Okay, so now, Acrobatics the Trevenant. Let's get it killed.
Okay.
Yeah, T-Tar's asleep. Acrobatics the Trevenant, it's dead.
Ogre, then we should be good. Acrobatics Trevor?
Yeah, I may actually just heal you again.
Hey.
Um.
Wait, am I gonna be the one that I'm gonna be like the one that's gonna do the attacking?
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
just, like,
Acrobatics does a
helping?
lot of damage. There's a chance I recover instead. I'm just gonna heal pulse you. You do a lot, and we want
Oh,
to keep our
God.
Sporemon alive.
We gotta get well. If it does die, we have a Scavalier.
Dude, Acrobatics
Oh,
is such a
so
crazy
close.
move, bro. Color change. Are you
Damn it.
serious? The red card.
Red card.
Oh
Damn
my
it.
god! Okay, that was not something I expected.
Here, no.
Okay, it's still fast asleep. Willow? That's bonkers. That's bonkers. Oh shoot, you just got
God.
dicked. Okay. Wow. That's really bad, actually. I really wish I misballed into Trevor. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
I can kill Trevenant right now, and it's a 2, and then we just have to focus it up on Juniper.
Could I use Iron Head / Twin Needle or not Spore?
I think if I switch to Dialga, I'm actually safe, though. Okay, you did Iron Head, right?
I'm doing Iron Head, yeah.
I think you'll kill it.
I think I'm hoping it will. Wait.
So we double
I kinda
switch. Okay. So this was smart by Juniper. Juniper probably should have done this with Kyogre. Like, probably after Kyogre woke up, she honestly probably should have switched and did all this bullcrap earlier, because we've just gained so much momentum already from Spore. Because of the sleep clause, all you have to do to avoid sleep is just let one Mon get put to sleep, then switch it out. And we're not allowed to put another Mon to sleep. Thankfully, we got so much momentum that it's absolutely fine. I'm a special attacker. And Synchronize comes in here. Synchronize for the entire event basically never came in clutch. It's kind of a bummer.
Doesn't really matter.
That's fine. Okay. Okay. We just have to focus down Juniper now.
Or I'm playing up.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Jan
sure.
Mega.
I'm pretty sure hers outspeed me though.
That's fine. So this is gonna depend on if she has TMs or not.
God. I think.
So at this point, the match is basically in our favor. And yeah, honestly, I think we played extremely well. We really got an understanding of how OP Spore Crobat really was. It was hitting extremely strong acrobatics. It was outspeeding literally everything. If Gerald brought his Deoxys, that was the one thing that could have put a counter into our plan, right? Because Deoxys attack would have outsped Crobat if it had speed EVs, and it just would have been really, really on fort. But we just had so much momentum at this point that there was no way we were losing. Tyranitar is still in the back slept, so we cannot put this Kyogre to sleep again, but it's just not that big of a deal. We get a Dragon Breath. Oh, I didn't even pair this. Oh, that's right. We went for Dragon Breath and Twin Needle to hope for one of the two status conditions. And yeah, honestly, at this point, as long as we get one of the two, we're winning this game. The Parrot or the Poison, we win. And it was very likely we were getting one of the two. I think Twin Needle is like a 30% chance to Poison on both hits. It's pretty crazy. And on top of that, Dragon Breath has a 30% chance to Para. So it's basically Scald, am I right? So yeah, we were definitely getting a status condition. It was very likely, very in our favor. And yeah, the moment we get that Poison, 100% GG. There's no way that Juniper can 1v2 us at this point. So yeah, I really like this. I really like this cage match. This is the first cage match I was like, damn, like we used some freaking strats to get through this. This is where I really found my love for the PvP aspect of this event. I've put out there that the actual Nuzlocke itself was not very interesting, admittedly, but just prepping, using the in-game boundaries to prep teams for these PvP cage matches and the final tournament was so much fun. I really, really loved it. And yeah, man, like doing these strategies, hell, even the red card Trevenant, I was like, red card? What the fudge? So yeah, I don't know. It's really, really good. I'm very fortunate to have been part of this event because like these matches were just so much fun, man. So unique too. Like these are battles that like, these would not happen in like a regular competitive setting, you know? It's kind of like Hackmons, but not all the way. Like it's cool stuff. It really is. So eventually we whittle down T-Tar, and then that is GG. So usually whenever a cage match ends, all four of us get into a call, and we just talk about the match for a little bit. And
my God.
I gotta say, you carried that, Deadly. You carried that, bro.
Oh my God, did I really carry?
You carried, bro. The Spore Crobat. Bro, if you didn't have Spore on that Crobat, it was over.
Yeah.
It was
That
over.
Crobat is disgusting.
I'm right? Dude, when I saw that Crobat, I was like, this Crobat is the most busted mod in the entire Cagelocke.
And that is disgusting.
Fast
I'll
with
be
Spore?
honest, I kind of threw, but yeah, that Crobat is absolutely disgusting.
I know.
I was like, I didn't
I
see
have a
any-
question for you.
What?
If you knew that Crobat was on his team, why wouldn't you throw that match so the Crobat could die?
Bro, I don't give a damn, alright? We won!
Look,
That
he
needs
wanted
to go.
And you know what? Gerald's right. I could have thrown the game to delete the Crobat, but why would I do that? I want to win as many cage matches as possible. Admittedly, it's funny actually. I didn't need any. Well, I guess the extra perk on Mew is obviously helpful. We get a held item on Mew. Well, no, we already had that perk. Yeah, we gave Revive perk to. Oh, I remember. I gave Revive perk to Mew in the last cage match with Dolphin because I was so scared of this next cage match. I was scared that we were going to lose and then they were going to choose Mew to delete, but then I'll have a Revive perk, right? This is the only time of the event that I chose the Revive perk because I was scared of this cage match. So I ended up using Mew again because I had the Revive perk. And yeah, it ended up working in my favor. Yeah, it was good. So I ended up getting an item perk on Mew, a TM perk on Dialga, which is extremely relevant, and I got a perk for Latios, but honestly, I didn't end up using Latios that much, just because it didn't have much going for it in terms of its IVs. Yeah, this is definitely the first cage match where I was like, damn, this crap was epic. I could have thrown the match to delete Deadly's Crobat, but why would I do that, bro? I want to win all the cage matches. Let's go. And yeah, Deadly instantly became a threat. He instantly got one of the most threatening mons in the event. It ended up leading to Juniper coming up with one of the coolest strats of all time to beat Deadly. I don't think I'm going to show other matches other than my own for the tournament, but in Juniper's match against Deadly, Juniper had a Regice with Rage Powder, and it was holding the safety goggles, which makes it immune to powder moves. So Regice, safety goggles, Rage Powders, leading the Spore from Crobat into Regice, but it's immune because of the safety goggles. Cinema. Cinema. I had never seen safety goggles used in such like a genius way. It was awesome. But yeah, I mean, clearly it was threatening. Juniper literally made one of her mons built specifically for the Crobat. She used one of the items on her Regice specifically for that Crobat. And yeah, that's pretty crazy. Juniper and Gerald was the wildest cage match I've ever had in my life. Don't mean to be that guy. I don't think that there will be another cage match that was as epic as that one. It was insane. Little did he know. This cage match and also the final cage match were kind of insane, like maybe even crazier than the last one. Like, I think that we played very well in this last cage match, so I really liked it. I loved using the Spore Crobat strats and everything. I think everything went well. But I do think that maybe we were a little bit too on the positive side, right? It wasn't insane like I think this next cage match is. But I'm getting ahead of myself because this split we are teaming up with YourIdiotNerd, who is the coordinator of the entire event. Really, really cool guy. I'm glad that we meshed well for this split. Really like talking to him. We had a lot of funny moments. He kept saying throughout the split, he was like, I thought you were gonna be like some freaking like dweeb with how good you are at the game. And I was like, nah man, I'm just vibing, bruh. I'm just vibing. For this split, fun fact, I did not realize that there was an encounter perk until after me and Dolphin split. So basically there's 4 perks that you're able to choose whenever you win a cage match. The entire time up to this point, I thought there was only 3. I previously had thought that it was held item perk, TM perk, the revive perk, so if you use a revive perk on a mon and it dies, then you could revive it once. And apparently there's a 4th perk that I never knew about, and that is the additional encounter perk. Now, I want you all to think, how many gyms do we have left? Well, not many. This is going to be the 7th gym that me and Nerd are tackling. And if you think about it for a second, you'll realize, oh shoot, that means only 2 more cage matches that we are able to get perks on mons. And my whole goal up to this point was to get 2 perks on each and every mon, the item perk and the TM perk. So even though I won last cage match, I ended up sacrificing a perk on my Latios to instead use it on an additional encounter perk for an additional encounter that I mentioned earlier in the video. So I ended up deciding to use one of my many honeys to guarantee the Volcarona horde, which I knew was here, and through finding out about this earlier in my file, I knew that these Volcaronas had parental bond. So yeah, needless to say, if I knew that we had this additional encounter perk, I probably would have gone for this a lot earlier. Parental bond Volcarona is really freaking insane. I mean, most mons that get a parental bond ability are going to be crazy, but Volcarona specifically is extra interesting, I think. So here's the goat himself, Sunburst. It's super fast because it has a speed raising nature. Volcarona already has a base speed of 100, and in Gen 6, that is pretty damn good. And the reason why I think Parental Bond is extra good on Volcarona specifically is because its signature move, Fiery Dance. You see, Fiery Dance is basically Torch Song, but it has only a 50% chance of raising your special attack instead of 100%. But with Parental Bond as an ability, we basically are using Fiery Dance twice, a second time with 50% power, sure, but both hits have the same 50% chance to raise our special attack stat. It's kind of like how Mega Kangaskhan uses Power Up Punch with Parental Bond to get a free Swords Dance up, but at this time we're using a much stronger stab move in Fiery Dance, and we have a 50% chance to raise our special attack each time. So yeah, really, really strong stuff. Oh yeah, at some point in this split I ended up catching a freaking Arceus. I ended up using my Master Ball on it because I couldn't be bothered actually trying to catch it. Now, because of the restriction rule, Arceus is not likely going to be used because I already put 2 perks onto Dialga, and I did not want to use the next 2 cage matches trying to build up Arceus when Dialga was already set up. I needed to focus very hard on getting perks for the next 2 cage matches. I really, really wanted to build up 2 more mons on my team to be maxed out on perks. To me, being maxed out on perks in this season meant getting both TM and item perk, which are the 2 perks that actually matter for PvP. So needless to say, greed had been happening at this point. I was going all out on trying to get these perks on these non-perked up mons. And at this point, winning with mons that don't have perks is actually very difficult. Many other competitors already had perks on their mons for this point. So for me to run up into this next cage match with only 1 perked up mon and 2 fully non-perked up mons, yeah, it's really freaking risky to say the least. But if I really wanted to get this greed out there, then we had to just freaking do it. As I know from my last cage match, Gerald is definitely one of the most knowledgeable players in this event, and I already know Nacho personally because Nacho is one of my stream viewers. These are 2 of the most knowledgeable people in the event, 100%, Nacho and Gerald. They're at the very least on the same level as me, knowledge-wise. So yeah, needless to say, I was very scared about trying to be greedy with these 2 of all people. Yet, I still wanted to go for it, so yet again, we have a really, really epic cage match here. Before this cage match against Nacho and Gerald starts, I would like to give y'all a bit of context about what me and Nerd were prepping for this upcoming cage match. In DMs, me and Nerd were kind of just going back and forth like, should we do this? Should we do that? Which restricted Pokemon should we use? Because he has a freaking Primal Groudon that he wants to get perks on. He just caught it in this split. He wants to use it. And I was like, I'm for it. My Dialga already is perked up. I don't even need to use Dialga. However, if they have any prominent water types in their team, we are not using Primal Groudon, because Primal Groudon is quad weak to water. It does not have Desolate Land in this game because of the randomized abilities, so we are just flat out not using Primal Groudon if there are prominent water types. So I said, as long as there's no water types, we could use Primal Groudon, I'm fine with that. And let it be known, yes, there's prominent water types. Most specifically, there's a freaking Kyogre here. And funnily enough, after this cage match, they actually told us that the Groudons were trying to throw us off. Because of how the restricted rule works, I do think this is a bit of a throw in hindsight. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's not going to be threatening to us. Like, they can only pick one of these. And my theory was that they would pick Kyogre because they see Primal Groudon. Kyogre would stomp Primal Groudon. As we learn after the match, it's actually not because of Primal Groudon that they ended up choosing Kyogre like they did. It's for a completely different reason. But at the end of the day, I was still right. They ended up picking Kyogre and Wailord for that matter. So yeah, Primal Groudon would have been really bad in this matchup to say the least. We ended up leading Dialga and Slowbro because my theory was that they would aim for Dialga while Slowbro could just sit there and just tank things.
There's no way.
And of course, Grief has to sit in the call because he wants to see.
Okay.
That's fine, though. That's my guy.
They actually just led both waters.
Oh, they wanted that Primal Groudon so bad.
I'm telling you, bro. I knew the moment they saw Primal Groudon. Okay. As it turns out, the reason why they brought Kyogre was not because of Primal Groudon. It was actually because, as it turns out, this Kyogre plus this Wailord is a perfect synergy with each other because one has plus and one has minus. Plus and minus, for anybody who doesn't know, is plus and minus signature ability. If both of them are on the field, they get a 50% boost to their special attack, respectively. So yeah, needless to say, that's really freaking crazy. They effectively both have just our free choice specs, and on a Kyogre, that's kind of mother trucking crazy. Now, admittedly, we're actually very fortunate with this lead. Dialga and Mega Slowbro, they can't touch us with their stabs. We just both resist their water type moves. We are in such a great position right here. So let's see what I end up saying. Okay, Kyogre's gonna have Origin Pulse. Okay, honestly, I agree. You should probably click Amnesia. You should probably just click Amnesia.
I'm just amnesiaing then.
Okay.
They might switch.
They actually might switch. I'm gonna click Dragon Breath. Or no, maybe I should click Diamond Storm, get a defense boost. For whatever's coming in. I don't think they can hurt me.
If he has Water Spout, you might want to focus on it.
Alright, I'm Dragon Breath and Kyogre. Maybe we get a Paralyze.
Okay.
Brian comes out.
Brine? That's not gonna do too much.
Okay, that's fine. Dragon Breath. I'm going for a Para.
Damn, that's a fast Wailord.
Oh yeah.
No Para. It could be
Ice Beam? Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I kind of wish I detected, honestly. Okay, you got the Amnesia up, though. That's really good. I have leftovers. Alright, they're gonna aim for me again, I theorize. I'm clicking
Kyogre?
Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I specifically gave the item perk on Dialga as early as possible because I actually found a pretty early game leftovers, and I just figured Dialga with the leftovers, insane. I actually ended up building this Dialga in max HP and max SPDF, so this Dialga is just all wall. It doesn't even have any Spatak investment. The main reason why I went for this set on Dialga is because I had the TM for Rage Powder, and I knew that inevitably I was going to get Rage Powder on it. Rage Powder plus leftovers plus Detect. Yeah, it sounds really freaking crazy for a Dialga. I'm going to click Detect, because I think they're going to aim for me.
Do you want me to hit someone?
Okay, you have Confusion, you have Water Pulse, you have Slack Off.
Remember, I have whatever the ability is called that raises weaker moves.
Yes, you have Technician.
Yeah, that's what's called.
That's insane.
I'd say Confusion down Kyogre.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Alright, damn, Dialga is just insanely OP. Yeah, Manner absolutely... Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Called it. The Detect was so good there. They were just trying to get this Dialga out here. This is kind of why I built this Dialga in this way. Dialga's a threatening mon. People want to aim for it. So I can just Detect. And if they are worried about Detect, guess what? I can Rage Powder.
They just wasted a turn. Confused. Come on, man.
Oh my god.
That was good damage. That was good damage.
That's good damage. No confused, though.
Okay. This is
I
fine.
think you do survive another double in, too.
I could also... Oh, no, I can't switch. Wow. I almost wonder if my best play is to just double Detect. I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. They're doing a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Just Confusion into Kyogre
Already
again.
did.
I guess I'm just gonna Dragon Breath again. We need to damage it down.
Yeah, I really hope we confuse their pair right now. Water Pulse. Still into you.
No Confusion.
Might...
Thank God.
Okay.
Dragon Breath. Give me the para right now.
Okay, that would be perfect.
Yes!
Full pair. Yes!
No fucking way.
Paralyzed.
It could be,
No!
Never punished.
Ah! The freeze!
You're alive. Freeze is bad. We need the confused too. I would love that.
A Confuse! Parafusion.
Yes! Okay, so there's like 80% chance he...
This is so... Okay, I don't think Wailord can kill me.
No.
Well, it might be able to kill me with
It
Brine.
might be close.
Might be able to kill
I
me
just
with
hope
Brine.
for the kill on Kyogre, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you could get some free damage to Wailord.
I just want Kyogre out if you're ready.
Maybe I get the first turn unfreeze.
That'd be perfect.
Never punished.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, my other
Maybe
mons are
we
weak.
can
We have to
get it?
kill these.
Alright.
My other mons are weak to water.
That's sad. Do I have any weak to water? I don't have any weak to water, so my team's...
I'm just gonna click
You guys
detect.
got this.
Maybe I get lucky.
Okay.
He withdraws. That's actually huge.
Okay.
He's not attacking me.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
perfect, bro.
might kill him? Maybe.
I'm pretty sure I do.
He withdraws. The double withdraw.
Hmm.
Okay, well that gives me a turn to
Yeah, my
unthaw.
confusion, which sucks.
Falls out! Okay, I'll take it. I wasted a detect, but that's fine, honestly. I want the
You get
leftover ceiling.
A little damage on me.
Okay, Kyogre is paralyzed. This is fine.
Yeah, and you got a free heal off right there too.
I'm wondering if I pivot.
Ooh.
Okay,
Get, like, regenerated.
I think, okay, we're gonna calm down, calm down. You have Amnesia up, so you're gonna live whatever they have. Like, I'm very confident about that.
Yeah.
You also have Slack Off. If they ever aim into you, then we're good. Because you're just gonna bulk it out and you can slack off any damage they do. I'm going to pivot, assuming they're hard aiming for me. I'm gonna... Wait a second.
The Mew? Is he a threat? Probably.
Watch this realization really quick.
Right?
I don't think he has the TM perk. I don't think he does. Because I didn't see this Mew. I did not see this Mew in the last game.
You're right.
I don't know. There's a good chance that he caught it in this last split, and he's just trying to get the perk for it right now. Check this realization.
At the same time, I don't have anything that can really hurt that Latias.
Oh.
I could try and confuse it. It's the only thing I could have.
You know what? Okay. I'm gonna make a wild assumption. If he doesn't have a perk, he might click transform. He might be trying to get Dialga. If I pivot to Gliscor and you click Water Pulse on Mew, it'll be super effective.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna assume transform's coming in. How much you want to bet?
Okay, if you guys actually call this.
This is a bank. This is a bank and a half. This is a bank and a half. I'm revealing Intimidate, unfortunately.
No way.
Do anything to them, but it's fine.
Ooh, Intimidate drop is good though.
I don't think it's gonna matter, unfortunately. I think they're both special. Oh!
No way! No way!
Dude! That's so perfect!
There's just no way. There's just no way. There's just no way.
Manor, what the hell?
Is that kill? That killed!
Okay, now I'm convinced Manor is just like calling the shots behind, just being like, "Hey, guess what? You guys are gonna swap this."
I told you I'm with the main character. Dude,
no freaking way.
In hindsight, that was really freaking hype, but damn, they should have transformed into Slowbro. They really should have transformed into Slowbro. Gerald even told me after the match, he was like, I absolutely should have transformed into Slowbro. And I was like, yeah. At the moment, I actually didn't even realize, but yeah, Transform does copy your stat boost as well. I had originally thought it was just Imposter, the ability that copies stat boost, but yeah. If he transformed into Mega Slowbro with the Amnesia boost already, it would have been pretty damn good. I still had an answer for that in Dialga. Like, Dialga itself actually still handled Mega Slowbro okay there, and Volcarona would have hit her hard with Bug Buzz even with the Amnesia. But either way, amazing play on my part. Predicting the transform and getting the Water Pulse right into the Gliscor transform. That was mincemeat. I love that play.
Hey, no way, dude.
Okay.
Like a book.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay. Aim
I can't really
down. Aim down the left side. We need to finish off. If we finish off Gerald, who Gerald already has a paralyzed Kyogre in the red. He's almost dead. If we focus him down, then we can fully aim on the right side.
Okay, do I confuse? Confusion?
I think I need to save this Intimidate.
Confusion Eon?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, I think because Salamence Dragon type resists Water type.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I don't.
Be better plus
Okay.
Water Pulse has the better chance to confuse.
I gotta look up. Oh my god, I'm so nervous now. Salamence. The freaking read was insane. Okay.
Dude, this is such a hype battle.
Okay. Mens.
I'm so happy. Both
Mens,
my
Mens,
battles
Mens,
have
Mens.
been so good battles. It hasn't been.
Okay, you already confusion, right?
Yep. Right into Salamence.
Okay. He's gonna have Dragon Claw. I'm tempted to just sack Sunburst. I don't want Dialga to die. That's a turn. Dialga has Detect. I think I'm gonna sack Volcarona so I can send back in Gliscor for the Intimidate on Mence.
Ooh.
I live that.
Yeah.
Spadef.
Yeah, you okay.
Crunch. Okay,
Oh, they're trying to get
you're
me
bulky.
too.
It doesn't matter!
I am bulky. Get the confuse off, man.
Okay.
Is that confused? No,
This
but
is
it's
fine.
good damage.
This is fine.
It's
This
good
is fine.
damage.
I probably outspeed, ooh, I could, ooh, this is a decision. I probably bug buzz Latias, actually. I know I just said I double down, but I don't have anything super effective against. My only attacking moves are Fiery Dance and Bug Buzz, which both are resisted by Ments. So I think you're just going to take down Ments just by confusing
Okay,
me.
so I confuse and not slack off, right?
Well, Slack Off actually also makes sense.
Because yeah, that. But at the same time, you're just gonna get that damage down again. He's probably gonna still solo crunch me.
Yeah, he'll crunch you twice and he might actually kill you. Maybe Slack Off is better.
So do I just slack off?
I mean, you're in crunch crit range right now. With
you know what?
From Mance.
All right, I'm gonna bug buzz. Lottie. You slack off. I think you're right about that. Actually, I think you slack off. What we're scared about is a crunch defense drop.
Protect, that's perfect.
Huge! That's huge!
Perfect, bro.
Okay, parental bond bug buzz.
Oh my,
Okay,
oh
let's see how
my
this
god.
goes. Oh,
The spin up drop! I think that mattered! That mattered! The spin up drop!
No way!
Man,
No way!
respect. Oh my.
Oh my god!
Can I get my slack off?
Yet another reason why parental bond Volcarona is kind of cracked. That Spadef drop into the second hit bug buzz has actually happened a few times, not only in the Cagelocke tournament, but also in just cage matches. Very, very strong to just have another move, like Fiery Dance and Bug Buzz, both moves that have secondary effects that you just get their benefit by hitting twice, right?
Ooh, dude.
Bro, the hacks is in our favor. The hacks is in our favor.
Dude, no,
I told you we had a broken team, man. I told you our team was broken.
Bro,
This isn't just broken. Manner with the fucking, like, reads and strats. Like, how?
Manner is broken, dude.
No, bro. Hey, that was on you for the slack off, all right? We would have wasted that turn.
I will take it. I will take that credit.
Okay. Wailord has nothing for...
Eon, right?
Yes, just keep aiming for mints. Okay, I'm going to send out Nico Stratus for the Intimidate. Wait. Or do I save Nico Stratus Intimidate for whatever the last mon is? I don't even know. Should I sack Sunburst? It might be beneficial for me to sack Sunburst.
Okay. Oh my goodness. More partners? No more partners for Manor, dude? Imagine just 1v1s everybody.
Bug Buzz does drop special defense by one stage. If you
Well,
run
it's...
the bond and get both
Yeah,
drops,
but it's only a chance. We got lucky last time. It's only a 10% chance.
True.
Okay, no matter what you're confusioning, Ments. That just makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd also like to mention that Parental Bond is extra insane in this specific game. So, in Gen 6 specifically, Mega Kangaskhan was Ubers for good reason, because Parental Bond used to be a 50% boost on the second hit. So, basically, the first hit would go through at 100% power, and then the second hit, the baby hit, would go through at 50% power. That got nerfed, because that's absolutely busted, right? Free choice band / choice specs, whatever the frick. They ended up nerfing it to 25% power on the second hit, which makes a lot more sense, and is still really strong. But in these cage matches, since we're playing in Gen 6, we are dealing with Gen 6 mechanics, meaning we have 50% boosted Parental Bond. I think I'm just going to Bug Buzz for damage on Wailord, I think. Or do I... Okay, no. 2 Confusions are going to kill Eon no matter what. So there's no reason for me to attack, because I don't even think I'll be able to kill him in that range. I'm just going to Bug Buzz Wailord. I'm going to get some damage off. Keyword, some damage, by the way.
Be greedy and try to set up.
Oh my god, that did so much damage! I did not expect a kill. I did not expect a kill.
Either, dude. That's supposed to be bull. Did they not invest in both?
Bro, what is Wailord's Spadef, bro? What the fudge? I guess it's only 45, but it has freaking 170 HP. What happened? Why did that thing melt? Why did that thing melt? The Mega Latias ate the Bug Buzz better. What the fudge? This thing's health just plummeted.
That is nutty.
That Volcarona is nutty.
That was absurd. That was absurd.
Dude, even not
And it was at that moment that I knew that Volcarona was insane.
That thing is still a tank.
I didn't even know it.
Now.
I thought I was gonna do a little over half.
Wailord.
Okay,
base
okay.
stat.
This is 100% Nico Stratus because they're gonna switch in, and I'm gonna get the Intimidate on Mence and whatever the last mon is.
Oh, dude, no, that makes sense. Wailord has Dog Crab for special defense. It only has 45 base special
Ice
defense.
Cream.
Okay.
Landorus. Okay, this could be physical. It could be special.
Do you want? I'm pretty sure I can possibly one-shot that Landorus. Or do I just keep focusing on Salamence? Do you have anything that can harm?
I did intimidate it. You know what? I agree. I agree. Water Pulse Lando. At this point, I did not expect to one-shot Wailord, but we may as well aim down Nacho. There's no Clef, by the way. No Clefable.
Oh yeah, and you were worried about that Clefable.
I forgot to mention. So Nerd had mentioned to me before this cage match that that Nacho had an imposter Clefable. So Clefable with imposter is absolutely nutty. Look at this 95 HP stat, right? And that is going into anything you transform into. That is freaking insane. That is freaking insane. So you can just do max HP Clef. With Imposter, you're basically Ditto with a high HP stat. So whatever you copy, you're just copying with a high HP as well. This is effectively a stronger legendary than most things, to be honest. I knew this is the mon that I would have deleted if Nacho was bringing it. Unfortunately, he didn't bring it here, but what can you do?
Does knockoff in Gen 6 get the get a damage buff?
Okay. That Mence is scary.
Rock Slide, my Slowbro eats that for dinner. Water
Oh
Pulse.
my god, that did nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
No confusion.
Oh, that was so close.
That's fine. That's fine. This isn't a threat. We've won. We've definitely won.
Yeah, there's no
Oh
way.
my god, dude.
He's paralyzed. I outspeed.
Alright, I'm just gonna kill the Lando then.
Yeah.
You kill
Free.
Kyogre. Yep.
Dude, what
For
the hell?
free!
Where's my other Pokemon? I had so much better Pokemon, but Slowbro.
Okay, we got lucky. I'm not gonna lie, we got lucky this game because I intimidated. We're fine. The flinch, whatever. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't even matter. He's stalling.
Yeah, and both my other Pokemon are both of our last Pokemon are just crazy. There's no way.
I legitimately think even if he somehow landed Rock Slide on both of us for the next like 15 turns of PP that Rock Slide has, we would still win because that's just how bulky Mega Slowbro is. He also has a Jirachi and a Flygon in the back, which also resists Rock Slide. Yeah, there was no way. Dude, if I didn't have Detect on Dialga too, that game could have gone differently.
Oh my gosh, no, dude, that reading the Mew transform though.
That was insane.
That is still so insane, man. Like holy.
Yeah, the transform Mew read was pretty goated. I can't lie. That was pretty awesome. I love that. That was a good read. Good battle. I think we had a really good game plan going into that. And after the match, we ended up learning that it was a plus and minus combo with Kyogre and Wailord. We just so happened to pick two things that resisted them. Thank God. Bro, if we picked Primal Groudon, it would have been over, bro. I'm telling you. So after that epic-ass cage match number 7, we finally reach Split 8. The very final split. And we are teaming up with Jearldster, who I had literally just faced in the last 2 cage matches. Now we're pairing up together. Yeah, I guess in hindsight, me and Gerald did a lot in the last 3 splits, which makes sense. Gerald's a cool dude. Me, Gerald, and Grief ended up doing a Radical Red project together. So we kind of made our own little like trio there, and that was really fun. So again, another result of this event just really being super, super cool. I got to meet some really cool people in this event, 100%. Gerald being one of them here. Great final partner to have, and we're actually going to be facing off against the GenericDolphin and Shaman, which are fierce competition, 100%. And as you can see here, this is when I knew what my final tournament team was going to be, right here. Assuming that I won the cage match, which I did feel pretty confident about at this point, but yes, this was going to be my final team no matter what. And it's actually pretty cool, because if you look at my final team here, Volcarona, Gliscor, Dialga, Mew, Flygon, and Rhyperior, you'll notice that it's a lot of mons that I've used throughout this playthrough, which obviously makes sense, right? You only get perks by using them in the cage matches, but every single one of these mons played a pivotal role in one of the cage matches. In the last cage match, we just had Volcarona bug buzzing frickin' Latias and Wailord to the next dimension. We used Gliscor to pivot into the transform, so that way Mega Slowbro could one-shot it. We used Dialga as the resident tank to just eat hits while my partner does all the work to kill the opponents. We used Mew and Dolphin Split to just spam Searing Shot and Psychics into the opponent. This Flygon here is the same Vibrava that had Desolate Land. Luckily enough, it kept the Desolate Land ability. I don't know if that's because both Vibrava and Flygon have Levitate, like, as their abilities, so they just keep the same randomized ability. I don't exactly know how that works in the randomizer. Maybe I just rolled into Desolate Land twice in a row. I don't know, but it does still have Desolate Land as a Flygon, so we take those. But yeah, Vibrava with the Desolate Land and Split number 3 with the crazy Fire Starter strat. That was really, really good. And Rhyperior, who was the, spoiler alert, turned out to be the freaking MVP of the whole event. Admittedly, actually, out of all the cage matches, I think Rhyperior had the least important role. It was a cool strat, the Swagger on Bird and Pearson Berry, but it actually didn't do that much. Like, we only killed one mon with it, and that was that Marshtomp. But yeah, it kind of just died after that. Admittedly, Mew put more work into that cage match than Rhyperior did. So currently, Rhyperior actually is not that great. And I'm actually still worried about even using him because I don't think he's that good. I think he's just more of a filler at this point. I did really enjoy my split with Gerald. It's just nothing really important happened in this split other than me just deciding on, hey, this is going to be my final team for the tournament. I'm pretty locked into this, and I really like what I came up with. So eventually we go into the very final cage match. This is the final cage match before the tournament. And again, Dolphin, I know for sure, is very knowledgeable about the game. I was pretty scared of this. Now, I'll be honest, it doesn't matter how scared I was. We just got to hop right into it. Now, admittedly, I think, if I remember correctly, this is surprisingly one of the only matches that we didn't put a ton of strategy into. Like, I legitimately think we just went in and said, F it, we ball. Let's just hope that we win. I don't even remember how this cage match goes.
Volcarona, or should I like lead with an Intimidate?
All I remember is this mother trucking Mega Garchomp right here that Shay has.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
With,
Alright, just confirm. You have the 3, right?
I'm leading.
God, in hindsight, we played like ass for this cage match. I'm a little disappointed in me and Gerald. Me and Gerald are some of the most knowledgeable people in this event. And like, we had no strategy. We just said, F it, we ball. Let's use some strong ass mons. F it, we ball. There was no strategy here. Like, what the fudge? I also found out after this battle, Gerald told me that he forgot to EV his mons before this battle, so we were just like freaking epic neutered for this. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
That's the first time I looked at Venusaur's moveset, and I'm so sorry.
The moveset's bad?
Check that thing's moveset.
Is the moveset bad?
Yeah.
What the fudge?
I got Worry Seed.
What?
I forgot. I'm sorry, it's a fresh catch.
We didn't change Jack? Bro, what were we doing?
What
were we doing? Okay, so attack is down.
That's not Intimidate, and it also has a grass type move. It might be a shout to just hard swap here.
I think I'm gonna hard. Okay, I could either. Okay, I already intimed the swamp. Okay. Swampert should not have EQ. It's level 51.
It could have discharge, but honestly, by level up, that's about the only threat.
Okay,
Crunch, discharge, revenge. If it was caught at the beginning, it could have nasty block.
I think I'm just going. Okay, if I U-turn here.
I think I hard swap here into Venusaur because Swampert is gonna KO Camelot if I stay in.
Okay, that's fair.
Any water type move will.
Should I just like?
Camelot's never outspeeding.
Should I U-turn or should I acrobatics? I have the flying gem. Is Swampert that big of a threat though? Maybe I should save it. I'm just gonna U-turn. Screw it, because I don't want Nico Stratus out here.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'd say U-turn.
Okay, and you're switching to Swampert. I'm gonna send out Flygon for Desolate Land. I think that's fine. Okay, they shouldn't be able. Thundurus should not be doing too much to us.
No, Thunder shouldn't have unless it's got a TM perk.
You also have
Shouldn't
Intimidate?
any
What the
flying
hell?
moves.
Okay, let's leave Swampert in. Oh my god, that is a Mega Swampert. How about that? Okay, well he's double intimed at least. He could have special attacks though. Okay, we got the
Yeah,
double.
that was my biggest concern, to be honest. Yo,
We have double
Zarf,
intim.
really.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I'm gonna go to HG in case of water type move. And I don't want to put Volcarona in on this right now anyway, so. Okay, Muddy Water is very possible here, but we have Desolate Land. Ah! It was Surf! Let's go!
So,
Very well played on the HG switch. Damn, I completely forgot about this cage match. I can't even lie. Oh my god, it's funny. This is the most recent cage match. I don't think I've ever rewatched this cage match. Is the thing. I rewatched the last 2 cage matches like a few times.
Thundurus has TMs.
Okay. Yes. Wait. No. Well. Yes. Yes, it would. Yeah. Because you can't use it in battle unless you have the
Okay.
TM perk. Okay.
I have growth, by the way.
Really?
Crazily.
Yes, growth. Absolutely growth. Absolutely growth in the Desolate Land. Okay. It wasn't even like, I'll be honest, this wasn't even particularly a good play. It's just cool. You know what that reminds me of? I don't know if there's any viewers out there who play chess. If you've played chess and you know the move en passant, it's like that. Alright, what just happened right there. En passant, when you see that you could do it in a tournament play, it's almost never the correct move to do, but you always gotta do it because it's freaking cool. It's the same thing here. The Desolate Land is up, he has Mega Venusaur out, and he can get the 2 times growth. That's freaking cool. So Swamp is double intimed, so even if it has physical attacks, we're not really worried about it. Water type moves are screwed. Electric doesn't really do anything to us. Okay, yeah, just growth for now.
Yeah, I'd say...
I could Rock Slide for
I can see
flinch.
a good chance they swap the Swampert, so maybe Rock Slide? Yeah.
Yeah, Rock Slide's pretty safe.
Hit
I can get
Thundurus.
flinch too. Is Rock Slide stronger? With spread damage, Dragon Claw probably does more to Thundurus though. If we're scared of Thundurus, I should probably just Dragon Claw it.
Fair.
Dragon Claw definitely does more damage than Rock Slide after spread.
Yeah, and I agree. Go for the Thundurus, actually. It is going to outspeed, so it's probably scarier.
Okay. Yeah, at this point we have dual attack drops on Mega Swamp. Hey, Desolate Land really came in clutch just now. Imagine if I Dragon Clawed that. I'm gonna outspeed that. I have speed EVs on Flygon. Poison Point of all things. The Poison Point on Insane.
And you triggered it.
Bug Buzz. Okay, you're gonna get growth. Oh my god. This is not good. Dude. Okay. I think I'm
This
gonna hard
is
swap
scary.
to get Intim on Garchomp so he doesn't kill you.
We played like ass, bro.
Does that make
I'm
sense?
not going to do much damage this turn, though, but...
I mean, the Desolate Land
actually-
was huge.
Maybe I should Rock Slide
But
and
no,
hope
I-
for flinch. I don't know.
No, I'd say preserve.
Yeah,
Flygon.
we need Flygon. That's true. Yeah, because Garchomp's gonna one-shot Flygon.
Yeah, and that Desolate Land is... It hard walls. Obviously, they want something with Swampert and Thundurus.
Mm-hmm.
Because they both went for water spread moves, so I'm guessing they've both got a water ability.
Probably. Well, no, Muddy Water only hits the opponent, to be fair.
Thundurus probably has a water ability.
Yeah.
So
This motherfucking
Let's
Mega
see,
Garchomp
because,
pisses me off so much.
I'm not gonna kill this
preserve
Garchomp.
Flygon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill this Garchomp. All right. Okay, well it's fine. Nico Stratus is pretty bulky. I'll set up an Intim. What moves do you have? Just Razor Leaf?
Razor Leaf, Synthesis, Worry Seed, and Growth.
Oh. Click Synthesis. You're gonna be
I've already
slower.
clicked Razor Leaf.
Oh, fudge, it's too late. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna hard swap to Nico.
That's my bad.
That's okay. Because you're gonna be
I don't
slower.
think I'm getting doubled up.
Oh, well, I
Also,
guess...
the sunlight is just
Yeah, the
gone.
sunlight just goes away, that's true. Okay. Okay, Razor Leaf should do some damage. Bug Buzz. That's really bad for Venu here. Yeah, Synthesis would have been much better. Dragon Claw. Oh my god. That is terrible. Wow. That's not gonna kill. Oh my god. We are in trouble.
This was so bad.
We are in a lot of trouble.
Going into Venusaur, Dragon Claw, and
This was
Venusaur
so
right
bad.
Okay, what are the chances that my Gliscor outspeeds... Wait, did it outspeed before? It did, right? Because, yeah, the water type... Because I used U-turn before.
Keep in mind that that Dragon Claw just did that much to a Gliscor with Dragon Claw after the Intimidate. This is an inkling of a problem here, but I did not notice it yet.
And
Yeah.
it was before the water type moves came out. So I can kill Insane. I'm wondering if... Okay, I probably U-turn no matter what. You should probably just click Synthesis. And I can U-turn... Well, do I even want to U-turn? Because Garchomp's coming out. What EVs do you have on this Venusaur? Did you EV it?
No idea.
Oh my god. Gerald!
Why did we throw?
I'm sorry. I
Gerald!
still had 20. I thought I still had 24 hours. Alright, I've clicked Synthesis.
This is actually terrible.
It's so
I don't
bad.
have a spread move. Maybe, I mean, I do feel like I need to kill...
God, this hurts to watch.
Because he's going to kill you.
This Mega Venus should have had such a better
I mean, at
moveset.
least the thing is intimed. But he's just going to kill my Gliscor with Dragon Claw.
Mother truckin' Razor Leaf Mega Venu.
Do I just sack? Intim is really good.
Might actually be the play.
Oh, I hate
I mean,
this.
here's the, you're outspeed Thunderous, so
I
if you
clicked
target Thunderous,
I
we're
clicked
still...
U-turn. I clicked
Oh,
U-turn.
okay.
I needed to do something. Right?
Oh,
That
wait,
kills.
that's fine.
I forgot about that. That was not good.
Yes, 30%, 2 procs in a row.
Alright, I'm gonna risk it.
Wait, it was Flygon and who in the back?
Here's the thing. If he Dragon Claws Flygon, it's over for it. But Volcarona's the other one. I can't lose Volcarona. Volcarona might get one shot. Well, I guess it is intimed.
If we...
Here's the thing. With the Desolate Land, if I set it up, then you're gonna heal to full right now.
You're actually... I'm...
However, if he outspeeds and kills me, I think the Desolate Land will go away right away anyway. But there is
True.
the off chance that he doesn't kill me, but he probably does, being realistic. But I think Volcarona is more important in this battle than...
I agree, actually. I would say Flygon.
Yeah. I mean, on the off chance,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe,
What a
maybe
bummer.
he clicks something else.
I think Dragon Claw would have
There
killed
is
Volcarona as well
Ultra
anyway.
Rays.
He probably Dragon
Yeah,
Clawed.
but there is a Palkia in the back, and...
Live! Okay, it did not live.
Live!
These Desolate Land stay... No!
No.
Okay, I might have to intimid again. It's so threatening. That Synthesis is good, though.
Dude. We
Okay, well,
just
you already
faffed
broke that.
around so much.
Your only offensive move is Razor Leaf, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. He's already intimed once. And we don't know what else is getting sent out. It could be another physical attacker. I could Nico Stratus again. I know that Nico Stratus outspeeds. I honestly might as well just click Acrobatics into whatever the freight and get a big nuke.
I would say send out the Intimidator, get an extra one on Garchomp. And...
Yeah. Okay. It couldn't hurt to get more intims on Garchomp.
So honestly, I do think we need this Garchomp gone so we can get Palkia on the field to shift gear and start sweeping.
Yeah.
Because Palkia's not going to be able to set up in this thing.
Alright, no matter what, you should probably just click Razor Leaf. The no EV Venusaur. Oh my god. Okay. That's probably special. I probably outspeed. Oh my god, that's Intim. Yikes.
That's so unfortunate. Lowering the
+1.
power of Razor Leaf.
Yep.
And lowering the
I hate
power of
Garchomp
Acrobatics.
as well, so
You just got a Razor Leaf. I'm gonna Acrobatics.
yeah.
Well, hold on. Garchomp is... Did you already do it?
Yep.
That's
Garchomp's 150.
Okay, honestly, we really might be better off just aiming the right side down. Garchomp's already double intimmed.
I agree.
Yeah, we may have to go for a double up.
And
That was the incorrect play.
Hydreigon's a lot less bulky than Garchomp as well.
That was the incorrect play.
On the physical.
We should have aimed for the
I guess I'm just gonna
Garchomp.
acrobatics. Use up my flying jump.
That Garchomp is too insane. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know.
Come on. Come on!
Flying
First
Gem
flying gem.
boosted. Acrobatics no
Oh my
item
God, that's
boosted.
nothing. What? Don't kill. Oh my god.
In what world would
We're gonna
that
lose.
not have killed? Past me.
What the fudge? Maybe that's a good thing. What is happening?
Roar.
Bro, wait, we're getting diced.
I don't think that's the worst thing to happen.
It means that he gets to keep his
We're getting
intel.
diced. Wait, we're actually getting diced. Okay, double intim. Wait, does Garchomp have Rock Slide? I mean, it doesn't learn it by level up. I have no idea.
God,
Dude,
this
we're
is
gonna
so
lose.
terrible.
I mean, I'm gonna aim the right
Corona
side.
fairly fast.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna outspeed. Okay,
I think I can take out a Garchomp just with a raw Dragon Claw.
yeah, you probably just have to go for it. I'm bug buzzing Tiny. It could roar of all things.
I wish I could strangle my past self right now, bro.
Is that the play?
Palkia would have lived.
I don't know. You might just want to kill the Garchomp. It's a Dragon Claw. Or no. Or no. Or no, maybe you do switch.
Because the thing, if I don't kill it,
Here's the main problem. I think you don't switch because you cannot let them kill me. If you let them kill me, then it's over because they're going to be able to 2v1 you. I've already lost both my other mons.
and odds are they will be doubling up into you.
So you-
Okay, I will Dragon Claw. Wait, how long? I've got 40 seconds.
I want to bring this up, by the way. So up to this point, we've actually had a lot of these battles where my opponents are always trying to aim into my slot. I think that I have just become a threat in the community for this event. So most people try to aim me down instead of my partner. And I actually think that I got to give myself a pat on the back because I had always believed in my partners, right? Since the beginning, I told myself I want to screen share and partner up with my teammate, right? And because of that, I get all these fights where everybody is so focused on taking me down that they do not put enough emphasis on my partner. We saw it when I paired up with Deadly, right? They just kept aiming into me, and guess who did all the freaking damage of that match? That's right, freaking Crobat, right? Deadly's Crobat ran up, clicked Spore on everything, and acrobaticsed up, and it just did all the work, right? Deadly got more kills in that match than I did. And it was the same when I teamed up with Nerd in the last cage match. They just kept aiming for me. I was the wall, while Nerd just sat there and just kept hitting those Technician Confusions and Water Pulses with Mega Slowbro. And here the same damn thing is happening. They just keep aiming for my side. Now, granted, in this match, they were probably correct to do that. I don't think you'll kill it. It's really bulky. You might be better off shift gearing, honestly. You honestly might be better off shift gearing.
I'll chop Mega at level 50.
It's double intimed. I almost feel like he's huge power or some bullcrap.
Palkia, level 50.
You have 15
How long do
seconds.
I have?
15 seconds.
Dragon Claw.
I'm bug buzzing.
I'm doing nowhere near a kill.
Alright, shift gear. Shift gear. Okay, that's dead. Now, he should not be
I
able to
should have
one-shot
went for the
me.
kill on
If so,
Garchomp,
that's
man.
BS. Unless he has Rock Slide, which I guess is possible. Shift gear. This is really scary. We could really lose. Oh, thank God they aimed for you. That's a good thing. Oh my God! He's huge power. He has to be huge power.
Yeah, that's huge power.
And that's when we knew that
That's
we
absurd.
effed up.
Okay, does Garchomp resist bug?
Oh my God, the huge power Mega Garchomp, man.
This Mon... Do y'all know what Mega Garchomp's attack stat is? Do y'all actually know? Because I don't think y'all know. Mega Garchomp, sitting at a clean 170 attack. Double it and give it to the next person. Like, goddamn, huge power Mega Garchomp. It's just so stupid. It actually is just stupid. This thing had so many intims up, and it just doesn't even matter.
No.
I just gotta kill it. I actually just have to kill it. That's absurd.
Is that point intimidating it if it's huge power? Or
you
out?
probably should intimidate it. And we don't know what she's sending out. Thundurus is dead, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there's no reason not to intim. It's a good thing. If this is physical.
Yeah, there's a chance that my
I don't think
Volcarona can
Bronzong
live
kill me.
after
This is
one
actually a really
more.
good thing that it's Bronzong. And it's not super bad. Okay, at the very
I've
least...
not seen the parental bond yet, so...
Okay, it's already been damaged.
100...
With parental bond, I have to bug buzz. I guess go for Razor Leaf. Maybe that'll be enough to kill Garchomp. If I don't kill it.
In the back of my head, I was so tempted to click Worry Seed.
Why?
But no, I'm going Razor Leaf. To get rid of huge power.
It probably is huge power, but it doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter. You may as well just do some damage. I gotta kill this thing.
I wonder if that was a
cook. I kind of denied the Worry Seed a little too quickly. I don't think I really thought about the ramifications of that. If he Worry Seeded there, and then I Fiery Danced... I don't know. The problem is that if they swapped Mega Garchomp after getting Worry Seeded, it's just GG. Because then it would get huge power back on switch in. Yeah, I think we just need to get the damage. If we do somehow win, we're killing the Garchomp.
Oh yeah, that thing... If we win, that thing needs to go.
I cannot see any possibility other than huge power. There's no way it does this much damage.
Try to think, is there any other ability which would...
I mean, Dragon's Maw's not in this gen yet. I guess adaptability? Adaptability's not
I guess
enough.
adaptability...
Maybe, but even that, I don't know. It just
No, by the way, it
one-shot.
doesn't-
It one-shot Palkia. I know it's super effective, but like... What the fuck?
My Palkia is EV'd. In defense. And attack.
I would not be surprised if it switches out Garchomp here. But honestly, that's fine if it does. I am assuming that Bronzong cannot kill me. If Bronzong has a rock-type move...
This cage match is crazy.
I'm assuming Bronzong can't get
It also just hurts, like, it hurts my soul.
Out, at least we get it with the Razor Leaf.
This is not a satisfying cage match.
This should kill.
This makes me mad.
God damn! Okay,
The Razor Leaf.
Okay, this should not kill. No way with the other Intimidate! No way! That's absurd! Okay, thank God that killed.
Yeah, you may as well kill it at that point instead of Worry Seeding.
These go for Venusaur.
Yes! Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good for us.
Yes.
I want to let you know, if they went for the extra sensory on Volcarona, it was over. We would have lost, 100%.
Oh, that's so good for us that they didn't aim for me. Oh my God.
They really
Okay,
should
I can
have.
Fiery Dance Bronzong and kill it. Assuming
They should have, like, they should have. I get that they wanted to do, like, that super effective damage into Venusaur, but, like, if they Dragon Clawed and they didn't kill, like, even if they killed Volcarona, with the Dragon Claw, because that's what I'm assuming they thought, right? They just thought that Garchomp would kill Volcarona anyway. So even if it did kill, then Extra Sensor would have been redirected into Venusaur anyway. So, like, yeah, they probably should have emphasized the kill into Volcarona. We just got really lucky there.
last Mon on
We did not deserve to win this cage
Shane's
match at all.
Is still alive.
Okay, that's slow. They just need to be slower than me.
We
That's
just
the only
had terrible prep for
Is
this
it only
cage
Swamper
match.
that's left?
It's a little bit disappointing.
No.
Pardon? Okay, oh shoot, I have a decision. I can kill either one of these. Okay, what's your last mon? Camerupt?
Yeah.
Yep.
I basically have a free kill
Oh
and
my
take either of
god,
these.
we're gonna lose, cause Swampert! Okay, wait, did you outspeed the Bronzong?
Yes.
Okay, I have a theory.
I'm thinking.
I have a theory. Oh, I could also...
Synthesis.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but yeah, I mean, you can't really do anything else anyway. Well, okay, no, here's the other option. You think Mega... Wait.
Cheap.
Timu Hardon.
Timu used... No matter what, I'm against something I'm weak to.
Okay, here's the thing. If I kill Timu Hardon, it's not going to be heat-proof, because it's randomized abilities. It really just depends on who they aim for. If they aim for you with Metagross, that's absolutely insane. They probably won't, though. I also have Heat Wave, but I'm not going to one-shot them both with Spread. I don't think I will. And Parental Bond does not work on...
There's a fair chance.
No, Parental Bond does not work on Spread, no.
So you got Bug Buzz, Heat Wave...
Fiery Dance. I think I...
Yeah, that's important to note. Heat Wave... I don't think I've ever clicked Heat Wave on Volcarona. Like, even throughout the entire tournament, I just never have. Probably a waste of a slot, but whatever. Heat Wave not working with Parental Bond because it's a spread move is pretty unfortunate. Fiery Dance is just so commonly the play, like getting that guaranteed kill. Dance Bronzong, because theoretically, if you outspeed... Okay, no matter what, Synthesis is smart, so do Synthesis. I'm going to Fire Dance Bronzong. The 2v1 might be enough. You just need to heal Venu. And if they kill Venu, because I will kill Bronzong here, Bullet Punch. No way! I lived! The live is crazy.
Wait, you have a Bronzong. Those Bronzong dies.
Huge! I didn't get a attack boost. That's so cringe, but it's fine.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, you die next turn, but I'm gonna pivot into Camerupt.
This is where we finally start playing smart. At the very end of the freaking cage match. This was pretty genius, in hindsight. I was wondering in my head just now. I forgot why this is so smart. Gerald still has Mega Camerupt in the back. They have counters for each other if we kill Bronzong, right? But if they have Bronzong and Metagross, then Gerald's just going to get overwhelmed and he'll just get defeated, right? But if it keeps it in a 1v1, basically a single battle scenario, then he can play this out and hopefully edge out the win. He can get a attack boost. That's so cringe, but it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, you die next turn, but I'm gonna pivot into Camerupt.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I think we can win. It's close, but I think we can win.
This is winnable.
This is winnable. Because Synthesis
it's barely winnable.
Put you in a position where you could actually 1v1 Swampert.
The Synthesis was so huge. It really was.
And I will have Intimidate as well into Swampert.
Yes. I can't do anything.
Yeah,
I can't.
To Volcamel here.
Yeah, you definitely
You
switch to
die
Volcamel.
here.
I definitely die. I can't really do anything about it. They're definitely bullet punching.
Dude, if Bullet Punch killed Volcarona,
it's
it was
fine.
over.
I believe in you, Gerald. It's all up to you.
If Bullet Punch
That
killed
Camerupt
Volcarona,
is
it was
EV'd,
over.
right?
I already have.
I pray that Camerupt is EV'd. Whatever. And yes, I definitely...
This might become a Switch mind game.
I'd be okay with that, TBH, because that means Volcarona could just kill Swampert.
I mean, between me and... Because...
Okay.
There's no way Camerupt won't stay in here.
Now, if they're smart, here's the thing. If they're smart, they just hard swap. But it's fine. What are your moves?
Let me...
We just believed all the way to the
Earth
end,
Power,
bro.
Lava Plume, Flame Burst, Amnesia. I think I Earth Power.
You always Earth Power, because if they swap, that does the most, yeah.
Yeah. Makes
So I
sense.
think at least, yeah, I'm always hitting neutral here.
Okay, what if he got the Lava Plume
Mega Swampert's
burn?
extremely bulky. It will live a Razor Leaf from full. I'm so confident in that.
I agree, but Mega Venusaur is especially bulky and has Intimidate. So I'm also confident I will take a hit.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, this is going to be really close. Earth Power's good. Earth Power's good. That feels good. This is really close, Gerald.
Bro.
This is really close.
This is down to the wire.
It really
This
was
is probably
down to
the closest
wire.
cage match I've ever been in.
Definitely the closest.
This is all based on what everybody clicks here.
Yeah, it's all based on reads at this
I'm gonna
point.
look up what this Metagross has, even though it might not matter.
God, the synthesis was so smart,
Freaking
bro.
Garchomp, dude.
I'm glad we didn't just bloodlust and like hard swap the camera up. We needed the health on Venu.
And stuff, but it's not.
It's not gonna matter.
Because
yeah.
we need to switch.
If there's
Why
a TM
not?
perk.
Right.
Okay, yep, they're hard swap.
It's a good thing with the Earth Power.
And
that's
we have
fine.
the advantage here.
So now you
Because
just
Earth
hard
Power just
swap.
does strong neutral damage
good
into Mega
damage.
Swampert.
Swampert has less Spadef. Hey, that's pretty good. Ooh. Does that matter? No, not really. But it's fine.
No, Camerops is. If you sort the Pokemon by speed on Pokemon Showdown,
It's
from
like the
slowest to
lowest, yeah.
fastest,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Camerops shows up pretty much just after the Weedle.
Yeah, you definitely have to hard swap. There's no other play. You absolutely need to hard swap.
Mega Camu's so
Intimidate
slow.
might actually save you in the long run, because if this
Is this a special attacker?
it did
I mean,
click
assuming-
Muddy Water, but it doesn't matter either way. You need to swap. It really just does not matter whether it's physical or
Oh, yeah.
special. You absolutely need to swap no matter what.
I mean, this one clicks up, not Muddy Water, right?
Yeah, I think. Wait, no. It definitely clicked Muddy Water because Thundurus would not have had Muddy Water.
No, Thunderous click Muddy Water, Swampert click Stuff.
I don't think that's
think
true.
it's a TM perk.
I don't think that's true. Yeah, I was right.
Oh, no. Yeah, Stuff.
Okay, so now you can do two options here.
What? Wait, am I dumb? I said, yeah, I was right, even though I just said Swampert used Muddy Water.
You probably just. Well,
What the fuck?
if they're smart, again,
I took
if they're smart,
hard swap.
yeah. But now, obviously,
I like how I just casually gaslighted Gerald into acting like I was right there. Like, what?
reading them right now, so you never swap. But you could synthesis, and that might put
I
you
wasn't
in a
thinking.
better position.
Does... No, it does not get Earthquake. I was just looking at...
Yes,
is
it
there
gets it at
anything in this
51.
moveset
It gets
which
at
I want
51.
to-
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at Metagross.
Oh. Metagross.
I was seeing if it had anything which it could use or if I pivoted in.
It'll probably have Psychic.
How much special defense though is?
I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think you just you either synthesis or Razor Leaf. Either are fine. I think.
This is where it
I
gets
think
freaking
synthesis-
crazy.
Yeah, synthesis is fine. Okay, this is good. This is progress.
It's just a
'Cause
switching
Razor Leaf
game.
really wouldn't have done anything here. Okay, Venusaur having healing and Intim might actually save us here. However, you probably only have 2 more syntheses left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
Not found any PG
you
pieces.
need to hard swap that camera. What EVs does it have?
It will be invested in health and special defense more than likely.
Okay, that's fine. You just got to
Yeah,
hard
I'm
swap.
hard swapping Cameropt.
Oh my god, this sucks. This is a single battle. This is a single battle. Zen.
Should.
Okay, well, Earth Power should kill
That's
Swamp.
damage roll.
Bro.
That is a damage roll.
You
right
need
now.
to Earth Power. You need to Earth Power. If he flinches you,
Yeah.
it's over.
I'm really hoping they hard swap. Please.
Bro, if they flinch, it's GG. Oh my god.
If they do hard swap
Yeah, that's-
and you kill
If they
Swamp,
rolled, I can die here.
yeah, and then that's just GG. Then we'll lose.
They can't hard swap Swamp here, they just have to go for the Zen Headbutt.
Nothing we can do about that if that's the case.
For the roll or for
I
the
think this comes down to if they
flinch.
or if they get a high roll.
Or do they swap?
If they swap, I think I win.
Yeah. I mean, unless your hit was a
Because
roll, but I don't think it
Earth Power
was.
Earth Power will kill, what's it called?
Yeah.
Swampert from this range, which will just reset the battle to this point if they swap.
Oh no.
So
This
yeah,
is
this
so
is their
bad.
only option.
Don't flinch! Yes! Come on!
These.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes! We can win! We can win! We can win! I think we win. I think we win. I think we win. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I click up power this to just go down so I can cleanly get in Venusaur.
Yeah.
No, well, it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Just sack, yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
I mean, if they put out a fucking Ice Beam or something, I would be sweating. So I Earth Power, so no matter what, Venusaur comes in clean.
Yeah. You're right. Oh my god. Now time to miss a million Razor Leafs.
I got Synthesis.
Oh my god. Dude, imagine if that Zenheba flinched. Imagine if that Zenheba
I was
flinched.
sweating.
That was
Running through the place
they
and
almost
kept-
got the roll too.
There's
They
no-
almost got the roll.
Oh yeah, there was no world that the Swampert could come in. So it's like the only option is Zenheba. So this just comes down to damage.
Bro, they played this so well. Oh my god.
Eh?
GG. Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
my god.
Whoa.
That ending was pretty epic.
Venusaur's moveset, that was the perfect set.
Whoa.
Gotta be the tightest.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
No words can express. And I thought that the cage matches couldn't get any more epic. That was insane.
That was so tight.
That was insane. What? It was so close. I really thought we were gonna lose. So after that extremely close cage match against Dolphin and Shaman, we were successful in our greed. Definitely a little bit too risky, considering how close that cage match actually was. We could have just freaking lost our parental bond Volcarona there. That would have sucked ass. But at the end of the day, we freaking did it. I ended up doing this stream where I literally just item hunted the entire stream. I literally called the VOD item hunting and prep for Cagelocke Swapouts tournament. And now you might be thinking, well, later manner, why the hell would you do a whole ass extra stream just for item hunting into the overworld? I mean, there's no way you'd find something that game changing, right? That is sketch. Look at my face. The realization. It tells everything. So yes, I ended up finding sketch as a TM. Unfortunately for me, it is put over Shadowclaw. So only mons that can usually learn Shadowclaw are able to learn sketch. That being said, this is the exact tool that I needed to make Rhyperior really strong, because Rhyperior can learn Shadowclaw. What I really like about Sketch is that I could actually teach literally any single one of my TMs to any single one of my mons, because like usually I might be limited to having to deal with trainers or other moves that I already currently have on my team. But because I have a Mew, which can learn every single TM in the game, I can effectively teach any TM that I have to any one of my mons that can learn Sketch. And that's what I ended up doing. So in theory, this Rhyperior was always incredible, but the problem with it is that I did not have a Rock Gem. It could always learn Diamond Storm by TM, but it could not learn Thousand Arrows. And that was kind of a problem, because Rhyperior could not learn a single ground type move that was not also hitting my partner, and I couldn't hit my partner. So the Sketch find was absolutely massive. If I did not find Sketch in this item hunting stream, I probably would have lost the tournament. We're going to see just how relevant Thousand Arrows is on Rhyperior. But yeah, I end up using Sketch to copy my Flygon's Thousand Arrows. Very, very, very amazing spread move that hits also all flying typings. And this is really good because I had never found a Rock Gem for Rhyperior. If I found a Rock Gem, then it's probably not that big of a deal. I could just click Diamond Storm to get the Unburden boost, but I couldn't do that. So at the very least, I'm very glad that I found a really good stab ground type move that does not also hit my partner. Otherwise, I would have had to run like Drill Run, and that's just single target, it's not very strong, it's low accuracy. Not a big fan. 1,000 arrows hits all flying opponents. So you could just freaking spam that crap. Super, super good. There's no immunities to 1,000 arrows. It's perfect for ground gem. This is the original moveset that I was going to run on Rhyperior, but after thinking on it, I ended up just dropping Seed Bomb and Ice Punch for Detect and Rage Powder, which is fine. The Detect ended up really mattering in one of the matches in particular, but I didn't end up ever using Rage Powder just because Rhyperior is very, very offensive, so I just always wanted to click attacking moves on it. I ended up actually looking up a guide to find as many hidden items in the overworld as I could, because I was not playing no freaking games, alright? I really needed some really strong items, and I ended up actually finding exactly what I wanted. Also, let me just say, traversing the freaking Safari Zone sucked ass. I needed to constantly switch back between Acro Bike and Mach Bike just to do different freaking zones. So this is literally 4 times speed of me just trying to figure out how to traverse the Safari Zone just to get hidden items. And that was the second Pinsirette I found in the freaking Safari Zone. I was pissed off. This whole Safari Zone trek was about to be a whole ass waste of time until I took out my dowsing machine and found this. Choice Band. And that is a pop-off face right there. How did I react to this? Oh my god! Finally! That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Finally, we got a winner! Yes, sir! Oh my god. Okay. That's a pop-off right there. That might be the Flygon item. It really might be. And it was. And it was really relevant. Again, man, without that choice band. No, acrobatics is too good. I really like Flying Gem acrobatics. You know, there's a world where choice band Gliscor could have been just as good, if not better. That would have been choice band U-turn with Intimidate. I don't know. The Flying Gem acrobatics did do good damage into Latias in the tournament. So I'm not 100% sure which was the better play, but either way, this is probably the better decision. Choice Band Flygon did just do a lot of damage. I mean, I really want y'all to get a good idea of how long this item hunt took. Literally just hunting for overworld items for 3.5 hours straight. Like, do you see this video length? This is ridiculous for TMs and items. So here you can actually see that I ended up trying to sketch a really strong fire type move for my Mew, that being Eruption. I already had Water Spout, so I figured why not run Mother Trucking Eruption. Yes, so at level 58, Cyndaquil learns Eruption. I purposely delayed its evolution so that way I could learn Eruption. I originally had Fiery Dance, which in hindsight might have been better to keep because I did find myself losing HP a good amount of times on Mew. So Spout plus Eruption might have not been the greatest combo. I just thought it was cool, right? I mean, tell me this freaking moveset on Mew is not freaking epic. Size Strike, Water Spout, and Moonblast Eruption. Like, what the hell? I also found the Size Strike TM in this split as well. I actually quickly wanted to show off my Steven battle here before we move on to the tournament. Now, keep in mind that this is actually pretty scary. If I lose a single Mon to the Steven battle, then I'm going into the tournament with potentially less than a team of 6. So the pressure was on to not lose any Mons. Thankfully, the randomizer settings were very easy on me. I just spam Mew all the way to the end of time. But in order to be absolutely safe, I prepped myself to only ever use Mew and Dialga in this battle. Why, you may ask? Because Mew and Dialga are the only Mons in my team that have Revive perks. Each of them were used in 3 cage matches, and I gave the Revive perk to each of them, just to be safe. This Mother Trucking Gyarados is absolutely nutty. It is a guaranteed Mega Evolution for Steven here. So I end up clicking the Expert Belt boosted Moonblast, but then disaster strikes because he full restores after the Dragon Dance. I click Draco Meteor, he Dragon Dances again. Oh my god, dude. It's so bad. I really thought I could have gotten swept here. Imagine just losing the whole run to this. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. This was scary. This really was scary. He outspeeds literally everything on my team. At the very least, I probably wasn't actually going to lose the entire battle, but I probably could have lost some Mons if I didn't play this right. Now, I did see how much Draco Meteor just did. It did about half, but for all I know, that could have been a roll. If I get a min-roll or even miss Draco Meteor, God forbid, then yeah, I could just start losing some Mons here. So for the first time since the Parasect in like Route 2 of the game, we are sacking Mons. Isn't that crazy? I have yet to ever lose a Mon in this file until Steven. The only other death my entire run was that Parasect. Well, and my starter from the second cage match, but whatever. I'm at in-game deaths. We sack our Mew because we know it has the Revive perk, right? This is perfect usage of the Revive perk in my eyes. We sack Mew, we get the free momentum switch back into Dialga, who should theoretically be able to just click Draco Meteor and kill it. Thank God we live the crunch and we land the Draco and we get the roll. G frickin' G. That battle was freaking insane. It really could have gone like completely terribly. I did have a win condition if Dialga ended up going down. I could have just kept swapping into Gliscor to get all the Intimidates, and his only move there would have been Hydro Pump. So I could have just kept switching in Desolate Land Flygon to make it immune and then PP stall it. But honestly, it would have been really risky. He still would have been hitting really hard crunches. But yeah, that's the end of the actual Nuzlocke portion of the Cagelocke Swapouts event. Now it's time for the moment that I was waiting for the entire event, and that's the Mother Trucking Tournament. Getting a clean team recap here, we are starting off with the GOAT Mew, with Psy Strike, Water Spout, Eruption, and Moonblast. This is perfect coverage for every single typing in the game, and it has the ability Cloud9 to shut down Primordial Sea or Desolate Land. We love to see it. That actually ended up coming in super, super clutch. And Mew also has a speed raising nature, very important to note, and it is EV'd in max speed and max special attack. Next up we had Dialga, right? Found Dialga as the first Mon in the Cagelocke that we ended up bringing all the way to the end from the fossil. It's rocking Draco Meteor, Soft Boil, Detect, and Rage Powder. This Dialga is, I believe, max HP, 150 SPDF, and 50 defense. Like I said previously, I do think this moveset is a little bit overkill on the stall. I probably should have run like Flash Cannon or even like Aura Sphere on it as a secondary attacking move. Whatever, what can you do? Either way, this Dialga was clutch in the tournament for sure. Next up, we have the GOAT Flygon, HG the Flygon. We got Thousand Arrows, Dragon Claw, Diamond Storm, and Ice Punch, fully offensive moveset with the Choice Band that we found in the item hunting stream. Super, super useful stuff. This Flygon was primarily used because it has the Desolate Land ability, and 3 of my 6 Mons are actually weak to water. So I figured that I could bait a bunch of water type moves with my water weak Mons and then just Desolate Land them away. This is going to be especially useful against Nerd's Mega Slowbro, which is what I felt to be one of the most threatening Mons of the tournament. Next up, we have the unrecognized GOAT of the frickin' tourney, Mother Trucking Rai, the Rhyperior, right? Now, this Rhyperior has not put up LeBron numbers at this point, right? It has not done anything particularly crazy in any of the cage matches up to this point, but after finding that sketch TM, it is about to go freaking crazy in the tournament, all right? It's got Thousand Arrows, Diamond Storm, Detect, and Rage Powder. Yeah, honestly, I had Rage Powder just for the scenario where I was teaming up with Volcarona, because I figured, hey, honestly, if I can take hits away from Volcarona, that's going to be massive. I didn't end up ever clicking Rage Powder, spoiler alert, but it was an option. It is going to be holding the Ground Gem. At this point, I don't have an item on it because I was worried about using it in the Elite Four. But yes, the idea is we click 1,000 Arrows, proc our Ground Gem, so it'll be a Ground Gem boosted 1,000 Arrows on first use. And on top of that, we will get the Unburden double speed boost. And because of that, we are max speed and max attack Rhyperior, just heavy offensive, fast Rhyperior. Never will you ever hear a fast Rhyperior. This thing's got base 40 speed, but it doesn't even freaking matter because that's just how OP Unburden is. I actually ended up putting this into a calculator. Fun fact, with max speed EVs, my Rhyperior actually outspeeds Spore Crobat, which we found out is one of the most threatening Mons in the Mother Trucking League. And Spore Crobat is actually one of the biggest things that I thought about before doing this because, hey, guess what? I can still click 1,000 Arrows into Crobat, double my speed, and then Diamond Storm. And with the help of Dialga, I can actually Rage Powder away Spore, so that way I can just spam 1,000 Arrows. Needless to say, this Rhyperior is pretty freaking nutty. The moment we got the Sketch TM, this Rhyperior unlocked its true potential. We have Nico Stratus the Gliscor up next, our resident Intimidate user. We got Flying Gem Acrobatics, U-Turn, Swords Dance, and Diamond Storm. This thing does have a really good moveset, but unfortunately, I feel like this is probably the worst of my Mons. It is obviously very strong utility, and Flying Gem Acrobatics is really strong, but it just doesn't have as much sauce as the other Mons in my party. Obviously, U-Turn Intimidate is still a really good combo,
I ended up making really good use of it in the cage matches, but unfortunately I didn't really get the chance to use it too much in the tournament. But theoretically, the idea is we're max speed, max attack, and we could just intimidate the opponents and get up the Swords Dance and then just acrobatic sweep. Or we could just keep U-turning out to get more intimidates. That's also solid. And finally, we have Volcarona, our newest addition to the team. This Parental Bond Volcarona, I will continue to say, is my resident overpowered Pokemon. I think everybody has at least one completely busted Mon going into the tournament. You know, Shaman has the Mega Garchomp with huge power. A little bit stronger than Volcarona Parental Bond, but whatever. Deadly had the Spore Crobat. Nerd had the Technician Mega Slowbro with Amnesia. Kind of nutty. And as you're going to see here in a little bit, Juniper had a whole ass Soldew, Latias, and a Quiver Dance Victini. Hello? But yes, this is my claim to fame here. I specifically used an encounter perk just to get this Volcarona. I found out early into the game where the Parental Bond Volcarona was. I knew that I really wanted it, so we got it. Definitely a good use of the encounter perk here. Something important to note here is that I gave this thing a focus band. I wanted so bad for this to work. I literally had a charcoal. I should have run the charcoal. If I ran the charcoal on this, honestly, I had no threat of losing. Specifically, my matchups with Juniper, they are going to see, would have been so much easier if I had the charcoal. Oh my god, dude. We're going to see it in a bit here, but I definitely should have ran the charcoal. I ran the focus band because I was really cocky. Listen, the focus band is a funny item. For anybody who doesn't know, it is a 10% chance to live any single hit at any point. This never worked. This never worked in the tournament, and it made me so freaking sad. I wanted it to work at least once. All right, it would have been funny. It never worked though. I did it for the content, and it didn't work. If I had a focus sash, I would have run that in a heartbeat, like no doubt. But I never found one, so I should have just ran the charcoal. But I wanted focus band to work so bad, bro. It would have been so cool. Something important to note about this Volcarona. This moveset looks pretty solid until you see Seismic Toss. So I've already showed off why Fiery Dance and Bug Buzz are insane on Parental Bond Volcarona. But Seismic Toss is also incredible with Parental Bond. Seismic Toss is obviously from a TM here. So all the Mons in these matches are set to level 50. Seismic Toss will hit twice, and the second hit does not do 50% of the HP. It just does a flat 50 HP for each hit. So we're always doing exactly 100 HP. Now, while I do think this is very, very cool, I didn't end up using it as much as I had hoped I would, but there definitely were some things that Seismic Toss is really good into, especially other fire types. Because if you would look at Volcarona's moveset, I don't have a single move that can hurt water types. And out of all my TMs, I didn't have a single special attack that was good into fire types that Volcarona could actually learn. So I figured, screw it, let's just run the Parental Bond Seismic Toss. It was definitely useful, but I didn't use it as much as I kind of hoped. It is a really cool synergy though. Let's get ready to rumble. So finally getting to the Cagelocke Swapouts tournament, we are going through a traditional bracket style format. The positions of the tournament are completely based on how many wins each player has in cage matches. By some miracle, I ended up winning the most amount of cage matches, so I was top seed in this tournament. So I was going to be put up against either KaydtheBard or AerialEmbers in my first match. I get a bye round for the first round though. The other top seeds are JuniperLea, because of course she is, DeadlyTamer with the goat-ass Spore Crobat, and Shaman with the goat-ass huge power Garchomp. These are all massive threats that I have to worry about, but thankfully, not until I get past Ariel or KaydtheBard. Ariel ended up beating KaydtheBard in the first round, so I ended up fighting Ariel in round 2. So starting off with a really just cool anime moment, we are battling against AerialEmbers, which was our first partner of the entire event. I think that's just really cool that that was our first tournament match as well. And you know, I gotta say, big shout outs to AerialEmbers. She has very little Pokemon knowledge compared to me, and I really do think that she put up a good fight. She did really well into this event, 100%. It's just a little bit unfortunate because at this point, I've snowballed so much in terms of perks, and admittedly, I do just have a lot of game knowledge over Ariel here. It is unfortunate to say that this match wasn't super close. Something I'd like to mention while this match is going on in the background, we actually had a new rule where everybody could view the tournament matches here. So that's why you actually can't see my bottom screen, because I didn't want to reveal my bottom screen moves. I only wanted to reveal the moves that I used within the tournament. And my whole goal starting off here was I was going to try to win while using as little mons as possible.
So I thought, hey, you know what? Rhyperior is probably one of my least useful mons. I'm just gonna freaking reveal Rhyperior, and Rhyperior is gonna get all the kills. So I ended up just switching Mew and Dialga back and forth in this battle, so Rhyperior would just kill everything. And yeah, this Rhyperior with the Unburdened Ground Gem is kind of nutty. It's kind of nutty. At this point, nobody knew what my Rhyperior was cooking other than Juniper specifically, because Juniper knows that this Rhyperior has Unburdened. Even Ariel herself was wondering, why the hell is this Rhyperior outspeeding everything? I actually watched her perspective of this battle afterwards, and it was so mad funny. Grief was in call with her, and he was like, oh, Rhyperior is a fast Pokemon. Bro, Grief, Rhyperior is not a fast Pokemon. You are tripping balls. Rhyperior's got base 40 speed. No, the only reason why Rhyperior outsped everything is because of the Unburdened Ground Gem. So it was outspeeding everything, get the Diamond Storm off, and we are just cooking. We only are revealing Moonblast on Mew. I don't want to reveal Eruption yet. The GOAT plot armor, man. The GOAT plot armor caught all the way back in our split. Yo, that's so hype though that Ariel still had both Driftblim and plot armor from our split we did together. I think that's really, really cool stuff. She did end up killing my Mew here. I didn't want to reveal Parental Bond Volcarona quite yet. I didn't want to reveal Intimidate Gliscor. I didn't want to reveal anything. So it was just Rhyperior from the start to the end there. And again, I do want to give a huge shout out to AerialEmbers. She did really, really great in the event. Not only had I snowballed so many perks up to this point, I did just have a big knowledge gap over her. So the fact that she performed as well as she did is extremely, extremely impressive. So after beating Ariel, we ended up advancing to round 13 here, where then we ended up fighting YourIdiotNerd, who beat both Nacho Lord and Shaman, to the surprise of everybody. Shaman did have extremely powerful mons, however, I do truthfully believe that YourIdiotNerd just played extremely well in the cage match. It was a good match, so I recommend you checking out their channels to see it. It was a good game. And that goes for any of these matchups, by the way. If you're interested in seeing any of these matchups, go check out their respective channels. I don't have enough time to review over every single match. But hey, if you want my recommendation for the best match to watch, bro, watch Gerald versus Grief, alright? Gerald versus Grief was freaking crazy. It literally ended 0-0. Oh my god, it was so hype. Shout out to Gerald and Grief Ninja. Those are close friends of mine at this point. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. It's finally time for the match with YourIdiotNerd. And yeah, Nerd's team is pretty stacked, I gotta say, pretty stacked. You're gonna notice that a lot of my opponents at this point don't have items on everything, and that's because of the item restrictions. They need the item perk in order to hold held items. So not only do I have stupid ADHD brain game knowledge, but I also have snowballed perks. So my team is effectively just stronger at this point. That being said, I did respect Nerd quite a bit. I've seen stuff that he can do, especially in our cage match. This Mega Slowbro is legitimately one of the biggest threats of the tournament, I would say. Don't sleep on this thing, alright? It's extremely bulky and it has Amnesia to bulk out any special attacks. Now again, because I didn't reveal too much about my team, I had yet to reveal the Desolate Land Flygon. I was really, really convinced that he would lead Mega Slowbro here, and that's why I led Flygon. In hindsight, I should have just not led Flygon, because I could have just switched it in on Mega Slowbro. Whatever. Slowbro comes out, and unfortunately, he ends up making a pretty big blunder here. The reason why I am okay with having Rhyperior out against Slowbro is because Desolate Land is up, so Slowbro cannot hit me with Water Pulse. We end up going for the 1,000 Arrows Ground Gem, and he ends up going for Water Pulse while in the Desolate Land. Nerd, you're throwing. No. Either way, I think the moment that I had Rhyperior and Flygon out at the same time was when I basically won this game. The moment I get that 1,000 Arrows Ground Gem boost, it's just so over, man. Flygon's able to outspeed everything and just kill Slowbro, and now I just outspeed and outpower him. Oh my god, I forgot about this stupid-ass Watchog. Nerd had really tried to convince everybody in the event that this Watchog was freaking crazy. I didn't believe him, alright? He might make you think that he made me believe that this Watchog was a threat. I never thought this thing was a threat. He even told me in DMs, he was like, oh, well, it has no guard fissure. And I was like, why were you not using no guard fissure? I honestly did believe him when he told me that, but like, he basically told me, he was like, well, if I confuse them, then I can like stall and then fissure one side of the field. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Just kill as many things as you can. I did honestly think he was just throwing, but and that he did have no guard fissure, but apparently he was lying out of his ass. That Watchog was freaking trash. He really tried to convince everybody that it was the GOAT of his team. But yeah, we did end up 6-0ing Nerd here. I had a pretty good counter into his strongest mon, that being with Desolate Land. Because I had Desolate Land, my team is effectively immune to water at all times as long as Flagon is alive. There's a reason why that ability is so busted. I effectively just got rid of a quad weakness on Rhyperior. I do honestly think that Nerd is one of the best competitors in this event. It is just unfortunate because I think I had the best team into him. Well, I guess debatably Juniper could have also been really good into him because she also had Desolate Land. But yeah, Desolate Land, man. It's so crazy. So finally we get into one of the craziest matches of the tournament. I might even go as far to say that this is the second best match of the tournament, I would say. Well, yeah, I would say this is the second best match of the tournament. I'm actually going to let this one play out because I think this is really epic. This is myself, Later Manor, versus JuniperLea. This is a match that everybody had been expecting. At this point in the event, everybody had known that me and Juniper were, like, I guess the most knowledgeable and had the highest chances of winning the whole thing. I actually believed in quite a few other people that they could take home the win. But going based off of pure cage matches won, it does make sense, right? I won the most, Juniper won the second most. Yeah, kind of hard to argue with that. And as I mentioned before, in me and JuniperLea's split, Juniper was easily the most competitive player that I had teamed up with because she was the only person in the entire event that refused to screen share with me. Which is fine, right? I get it. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of competitiveness, right? So this is the team sheet that I ended up using for this exact match. This is everything that was revealed to me and everything that I gained just out of assumptions. A few of these things I only found out through putting stuff through a damage calculator. So hey, Juniper might be competitive, but so am I. At this point, I wanted to win the whole thing as well. That's another match that I recommend, bro. JuniperLea versus DeadlyTamer. Yo, the Rage Powder safety goggles on the Spore Crobat was nutty. Oh my god, dude. That was insane. That was insane. That was literally like the craziest hard wall. I think the one thing that I threw about this upcoming match is I really underestimated this Honchkrow. Because from what I could tell, it had no perks. So I just didn't even think this thing was a threat, and it definitely was. I would legitimately say that this thing was, like, top 3 most important mons on Juniper's team for me. It was also very obvious to me that this Latias had Soul Dew, because it was just dealing way too much damage and eating way too many hits. And for anybody who doesn't know, we are playing in Gen 6. This is before the Soul Dew got nerfed. So nowadays, the Soul Dew is just a pretty basic legendary item. It gives, like, a pretty simple times 1.2 boost to Dragon and Psychic type moves. Pretty standard stuff. But in Gen 6 and below, this was the most broken competitive item of all time that even the Pokemon Company had to frickin' ban this item for use in, like, Battle Factory or whatever. Soul Dew basically just gave a free Calm Mind boost to Latias and Latios. So yeah, this thing is frickin' insane. Juniper found a Soul Dew, she got a Latias, and she got the item perk for this thing. So yeah, she got a pretty crazy mon out of it. This team is also just really freaking stacked. She has what is effectively 2 restricted legendaries in Reshiram and Latias. Latias with Soul Dew is better than any restricted legendary, I will say. We didn't end up restricting it because I thought it was unlikely enough to occur that it, you know, just let the player have it if they actually do get all those scenarios. Juniper ended up getting it. 4 legendaries in general, a pseudo-legendary, and a Honchkrow, which I did not respect enough. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this Soul Dew Latias ended up having freaking Rockhead. So even hitting it with super effective moves was tough. And she has a Victini with Desolate Land that can really just combo into so many things. But yeah, I end up saying good luck to Juniper, and we finally get this match underway. I know what I want to lead, but I'm still nervous to do it. Okay. Okay. I want y'all to get very used to this freaking lead. Because Juniper leads with these 2 mons literally every single game. That what we've done. Oh god, we're doing it. Okay. So Victini lead. How is that for me? This is fine, I think. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. I think... Okay, here's the thing. I'm assuming... Because she has Wide Guard, I'm assuming she has Searing Shot. That would just make sense. Strong spread move, that's Victini's signature move. It can be scaled. I'm assuming it has Searing Shot. It makes sense with Regice. It just makes too much sense. That being said, I think I could live a Searing Shot even. I think I'm gonna greed. Well, I think it's gonna wide guard. If it's going to Searing Shot, it has to wide guard. That's the thing. It basically needs to. F it. Even if it wide guards, I'm still gonna use my ground gem and get the Unburden boost. I'm just gonna go for Jaya here. Okay, I kind of figured that. How much damage are we talking here is the real question.
This is so bad.
I should live one Searing Shot, I think. It's still spread damage. Searing Shot boosted after the special attack boost. It's enough.
I want y'all to keep in mind, we are in Desolate Land right now. Regice has 200 SPDF and it shows.
It's still spread damage.
The fact I only did that much with the first Fire Dance is so bad. We are in the freaking Desolate Land boost. That's a times 1.5 boost to my fire type moves. It is a Volcarona, so it already has a really high special attack stat. Any other ice type besides Regice would get dicked in these scenarios. But Regice is just that specially bulky. I would not have needed the Parental Bond hit on any other Mon. I legitimately needed this Fire Dance special attack boost. Without it, I just wouldn't kill this Regice. So this is kind of what I mean, where I definitely threw by not giving the charcoal to Volcarona. I effectively just got rid of my item perk on Volcarona. It's so stupid. But I wanted the focus band to work so bad, bro. It would have been so cool for content.
Special attack boost. It's enough. Let's freaking go. 50% attack boost is really good. And the wide guard doesn't matter anymore. Quiver Dance. 1,000 arrows is now going to be single target.
I did not respect this
Desolate Land actually
enough.
helped me out a lot here. Oh, the wide guard still works. I actually did not know that. Wait, did the ground gem get used?
So this was my biggest throw of this game. In preparing my leads for this match, I was so sure that the ground gem would activate even if wide guard went up. So I didn't care that I was basically not attacking with Rhyperior. All I wanted to do was double Rhyperior's speed. And I was fine with killing Regice with Volcarona and then just wasting the offensive turn on Rhyperior just to double my speed. That didn't end up working out because the ground gem does not activate if you're not attacking anything. I thought it would just activate and waste the ground gem.
I thought it would get used. I might be in trouble. I did not realize that it would not get used. Okay. I was really thinking it would. I did that basically only for the speed buff. I knew it was clicking wide guard. I just wanted to get the Unburden. Okay. I have to double check and see if my item got used. I couldn't even tell. I know the animation doesn't go out when it's protected by wide guard. Okay. Damn. It didn't use it. Okay. I should have researched that. That's on me. So, I do know that this thing has...
Damn, imagine if I had Rage Powder on Volcarona here.
This had a Shock Drive, and I think it also had Freeze Dry, right? So that's an Electric type move. Let us see. Okay, well, it cannot wide guard again. We could just 1,000 arrows here. And just get it out there. Okay, well, Volcarona did its job. It took out Regice. That's what I wanted it to do. Without wide guard, it really can't hurt me too much. I think I just 1,000 arrows again. I gotta use this ground gem. And I have to kill... What's it called? So I think I Bug Buzz. I already got a Spatak buff. With the Spatak buff and the potential if Spadef drops, I think Bug Buzz is the best play into Victini. I could also reveal it. I'm just gonna Bug Buzz. It has speeds. Okay. I might be in trouble.
This was really
I don't think
bad.
Reshiram can kill Volcarona. Actually, it might be able to with a fire type move. Spadef drop, maybe?
Absolutely, it can.
Parental Bond's huge. Actually, that'll probably kill me. I should have swapped to Mew. That was a throw on my part. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Massive throw.
That's fine. I can still recover. Okay. Okay. I know what to do. I know what to do.
Do you?
I think this will work. Admittedly, I don't feel great about this situation. This Spadef drop's going to help a lot. So Cloud9 is going to make Desolate Land nothing. The Searing Shot is not scary here. Assuming it has it. Who knows? Maybe it has freaking Eruption. But if that's the case, then that's fine because its HP is dropped. I should be good to click Spout. And I think I'm just going to go all offense here. I think I live even at +1. This is scary.
I plan to drop a Draco on Reshiram's head.
Because of Cloud9, I should be able to Water Spout here. If I'm correct about my abilities, Desolate Land basically does not exist while Mew is on the field.
This is true. So this is where we're going to start seeing the Cloud9 ability on Mew actually really just coming in clutch. Because ignoring the Desolate Land from this Victini is so massive right now. It means that Searing Shot is going to do significantly less damage to Mew and Dialga as a pairing. And Juniper is very smart for this team, by the way. If you look at her team right here, you'll see that so many of her mons resist Searing Shot, and the Regice actually has Wide Guard, which will make it immune to Searing Shot. So, like, realistically, she could Searing Shot with everything as its partner besides Honchkrow. Searing Shot, I was right. So Cloud9 is active here. Perfect. Cinema. Crit on Dialga is on Fort, but Water Spout will kill Victini. Perfect. That's all I needed. The Quiver is gone. The Quiver user is gone. The Sunlight fades immediately. The Draco comes out. Is it enough? Drop a Draco on the head! Bink! Yes! 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 And the lefties. That was good. That was well played. No notes. Even if the Reshiram did live, we got rid of the Desolate Land. Well, we had Cloud9 anyway, but yeah, we would have lived anything that Reshiram could have done to us. There's a chance that the Water Spout chip might have mattered for that Reshiram living. Reshiram does have better Spadef than physical defense. I can honestly see it. Keep in mind that this Dialga does not have any Spatak EVs. Alright, we're back in it. We're back in it. Just like that. That was a little scary for a second there. It was a little bit scary. Shoutouts to Cloud9 Mew. It seemed like a useless ability when I caught it. But the more and more I use it, I realize this is a tool. Cloud9 Spout, boys. Cloud9 Spout. Cloud9 Spout, man. Okay. Here comes the freaking demon. This worked. And you might be thinking that I'm talking about the Soldu Latias. No, I'm talking about this mother trucking Honchkrow. It gets rough. We still have Cloud9, Drought doesn't matter. This is where it gets freaking rough. Alright. I don't think this Lati has speed investment. I think it's bulk and special attack. Because it has a Soldu. So knowing that, I think my Mew might actually outspeed it. I think I might just want to do damage. Okay. I think this is the moment. I think I gotta do it. It's now or never. It is now or never. I know that this Honchkrow has Sucker Punch. I'm revealing it. I'm revealing it. The Rage Powder Dialga! Yes, sir! Alright, now Rage Powder was the correct play, but I got outplayed. See, the plan there was that Honchkrow sees kill on Sucker Punch, right? Juniper, you know, these are real people, right? So maybe I shouldn't be thinking like AI. But I figured that, yeah, she would definitely go for the Sucker Punch kill on Mew. But in her mind, she knows that I know that that Honchkrow has Sucker Punch. So maybe I would switch Mew out. Juniper did not predict my Dialga having Rage Powder, but she did predict my Mew to switch, so then Sucker Punch would do nothing. This is a throw. I should not have Rage Powdered here. Because it revealed it. And then, from that moment on, Juniper was never incentivized to click Sucker Punch. That does nothing! Boom, we got this attack drop.
insanely huge.
That
Pulse
was
comes
huge.
out. That was probably aiming for Dialga anyway. Tailwind. Punch. Okay, I
Tailwind's
think
so
I ate
bad.
2 after lefties. I can spam Rage Powder here. He can never
Tailwind
Sucker
is
Punch.
so bad.
He just can't Sucker Punch. So Mew is safe for a little bit. I think I just gotta... Well... No. I think I'm thinking about this the wrong way. I think Lottie's gonna stay no matter what. He might switch out Lottie, honestly. After that Spatak drop. I'm gonna Moonblast. I think I'm gonna Rage Powder again. Or wait. Do I boil? I might boil.
Do I boil?
Boil might be the correct play. Hold on. I might be thinking about this wrong. I just
Oh,
might
I
be thinking about this
forgot
wrong.
about this. No.
Okay.
Ah, this is such a bummer.
I think I boil.
Ah, this sucks. I would have won this match if this didn't happen. We end up switching out Mew here for Nico Stratus. Get the Intimidate
in
on
case-
Honchkrow.
Honchkrow does have an attack for Dialga. Pulse comes out again into Dialga. It should live. Ugh! Swagger? Come on. Come on, Dialga. It's all on you. Let me see the boil. Let me see the boil. Unlucky. Fudge. Okay.
That's so
okay.
unfortunate, man. I was clicking soft boiled, man. I would have won if I got that soft boil up 100%.
Okay.
So at this point in the match, we're actually fighting on borrowed time. I need to stall out the Tailwind. If I keep the Tailwind up, then I'm just screwed because Soldu Latias can just kill everything and it outspeeds everything with the Tailwind up. Truthfully, I just can't do that much in this scenario. I end up going for my Flying Gem boosted acrobatics into Latias. Unfortunately, it's just not quite enough. We do predict the Sucker Punch correctly there, but the acrobatics Flying Gem is just not enough. We don't quite get the kill, and I'm freaking out, and I'm going, oh, fudge. Keep in mind that everybody was very much anticipating this matchup between me and Juniper. There was a lot on the line here, but whoever won this match is going into Grand Finals and doesn't have to drop into the losers bracket. Unfortunately, the Honchkrow does end up getting the kill on Gliscor there. So unfortunate, man. After the Intimidate. Oh my god, I forgot about that! Wait! I just lost. Damn! I thought it was over, bruh. I thought it was over.
Please, 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 please. No, no. That's GG.
The
I just
Intim
lost.
did not matter there. I thought it was over, bro.
Damn! Ah! I went on 1 HP!
The 1,000
Please,
arrows.
Tailwind, please! Please, Tailwind! Please run out Tailwind! Oh my god. Oh my god.
The 1 HP live, bro. Flygon really said, I believe in you. I'm gonna live on 1
Come
HP.
on! Come on!
He lived on 1 HP so you wouldn't cry, bro.
Okay, here's the problem. I think we still lose. I think we still lose.
We do still lose, unfortunately.
I think we still lose.
All he has to do is Sucker Punch Flygon and it's just GG.
Well, it depends. No, I think we still lose.
We always lose here. The fact that T-Tar is
He's
at
gonna
full
put
HP.
Sucker into HG. I think we still lose.
There's
That's
no way
pretty
Mew
badass,
could ever
though.
one-shot T-Tar. Maybe if Mew was still at full HP.
Live! Oh! No.
Dude.
Unless...
Juniper threw there too. I forgot about this. If... Oh my god! I'm so mad. That was a throw. I feel like that was a roll to kill at that point. I know it's super effective, but Mew has pretty good natural bulk, has 100 base stats across the board. Dude, it really could have lived that Sucker Punch after the Intimidate. I really feel like that could have been a roll. If Mew lived that Sucker Punch, I think we just won the game.
Yeah, because we would have clicked Thousand Arrows. We would have clicked Moonblast into T-Tar. Yeah, we would have won. Dude, Juniper absolutely should have Sucker Punched Flygon there. I mean, it still ended up working for her because she got the kill. But goddamn, man. By some miracle? That was one hell of a throw. Nah. I mean, again, it still worked out for her. She still played incredibly well. But damn, bro, she definitely should have Sucker Punched Flygon. As long as she Sucker Punches Flygon, I can't do jack, right? Ah, GG's. Miss! Bro, what if he missed? Bro, what if he missed? No! Ah, no, I lost. No! No! Ah, what a great game, though. What a great game. That was a great game. No! No! Such a close game, man. It was awesome. Damn. What a great game. GG's to Juniper. Great player. The 1 HP live on the pulse was crazy. That was cinema. Keep in mind, the only reason why I lived on 1 HP is because my Mew got the Moonblast of attack drop on Latias. That's the only reason. Oh, man. Fudge. Fudge. That hurt. This is basically the first loss that I had suffered in this cage match since Split 2. Keep that in mind. I had won every single cage match and every single tournament match up to this point. I was cocky going into this game. I actually thought I'm definitely winning. Especially because I swept my last 2 opponents in the tournament pretty decidedly. My team's just really strong, but I underrated Juniper's team as well as... I guess I probably underrated her as a player as well. Yeah, I was just way too cocky going into that game, I think. And just terrible move on my part to not realize that Wide Guard would block the usage of the ground gem on Rhyperior. If it did work the way that I thought it did, admittedly, I probably would have won. But, I mean, that's semantics. Obviously, it doesn't work that way. I should have known better. Juniper knew better. We talked after this match. She was like, oh yeah, that doesn't activate if it gets blocked. It's kind of like Protect.
I'm here. That was
awesome.
quite the battle.
That was badass. That was an awesome battle. Well played, well played. Damn. It was a good battle. You played really, really well. Jeez. You know, I gotta say, Yeah. Juniper played very, very well. There were definitely throws on both sides of the field here. I definitely threw more, though. I deserved to lose. Juniper was smart to click the Swagger on Dialga. I guess in hindsight, it would have been better for her to just go for, like, Wing Attack on Dialga. But, I mean, she didn't know how low Dialga was going to get brought
Pulse comes out again
to Pulse, right? It makes enough sense. It was truthfully just a great match. And it really could have gone either way all the way up until the end. Like, I'm telling you, bro, if Mew lived the Sucker Punch roll, I'm pretty convinced that that's a roll, by the way, after Intimidate. I feel like Mew could have lived. I don't know. Head of Calyx? I feel like it could have. Either way, though, seriously GG to Juniper. But yeah, we lost against Juniper in the finals. But that is not the end. Thankfully, we had the losers bracket. I'm able to lose 1 match in the tournament and still make a comeback. So I got knocked down to the final round of the losers bracket since I was in the finals of the winners bracket. And DeadlyTamer, the one with the Spore Crobat, yeah, he made it all the way to the end of losers bracket, and needless to say, I was ready. I was ready for him. But admittedly, I was a little bit scared because I just lost to Juniper, and I really did not want to lose again and be knocked out of the tournament for good. All that hard work and prep just to all go to nothing, you know? So yes, the finals in the losers bracket is me versus Deadly. I made Deadly into this freaking demon, apparently, with a Spore Crobat. But it's fine, right? It's absolutely fine. Deadly deserves it. This team is pretty incredible, and he clearly played very well to get up to this point. So all I gotta do now is beat him myself. Now, unfortunately for Deadly, this match was actually pretty simple. I do feel a little bit bad. I think that my team is incredible against everybody except Juniper's team. it just works, you know? Rhyperior is pretty insane. The idea here at the beginning, I led Dialga specifically to Rage Powder the Spore because I was okay with Dialga getting spored here. He ended up going for Tailwind anyway, so that was actually a pretty good play by him, so that way I'm not going to outspeed literally everything with Rhyperior. But I still got the Ground Gem on Burden boost off, and as long as I just continuously click Rage Powder here on Dialga, Rhyperior can't get destroyed by Samurott. I guess in hindsight, there was a non-zero chance that this Samurott had, like, Surf or, like, Water Spout or something like that. Maybe a bit of a throw there, but I'm not too worried about it. At the end of the day, we were able to Diamond Storm and get the kill there. Yeah, but in hindsight, he really could have had a spread Water type move on that Samurott, and that probably would have killed Rhyperior. Thinking emoji. Probably a throw. But either way, it worked out for us. We just now spam our spread moves with Rhyperior to the day we all die. It's funny, I actually ended up fighting Jearld on my own, and Jearld's one of the best competitors in this whole thing. And my team also kind of destroyed his team too. So I do think I crafted a really good team. It just so happens that Juniper also crafted just an insane team. I don't think that it's much of a skill gap between a lot of these players. Like, I think any of us could have won the tournament. It really was just me and Juniper crafted the best teams, I think. I think skill-wise, me, Juniper, Jearld are probably all around the same level. Even Grief is probably close. Oh, and especially Nacho. Nacho is also very close. Nacho is probably the same level as me, to be honest, in terms of, like, game knowledge and skill. But yeah, it's kind of hard to deal with the unburdened Rhyperior, admittedly. I mean, granted, Rhyperior did go down there, so there is that. The Tailwind was very smart for him to go for, but again, I could just spam my spread moves, man. It is just rough. I'm able to not even reveal any moves for the Juniper matchup. I'm just clicking Spout. I'm just clicking Spout. I feel so bad, man. I was scared for that matchup too, but it turns out Rage Powder Dialga is just really freaking good. We get the 5-0. We're going back into grand finals against Juniper, and it's going to be a best 2 out of 3. So this is the final team after everything has been revealed about Juniper. I felt very confident that this was all of the stuff that she had. I made a whole ass team sheet for it. This is what I kept looking at for the final battle with Juniper. So we're not just going to have to rely all on one game for this. This final tournament match is going to be best 2 out of 3. So yes, everything is here with the exception. I forgot to put in Wing Attack here, but yes, besides that, all these moves are put in based around what I expected to see here. Italics are assumptions. Yeah, everything seemed pretty likely here. Now, I'm not going to fully play out these entire grand finals. It's a full 3 matches, 6v6 in doubles, so it's going to go on for quite a while. But just know that these grand finals are really epic. Every single one of these matches, we were just learning and adapting to each other's playstyles, and it went really freaking well, dude. Leading off here, I decided to go for Flygon and Volcarona because the idea here, if you look again at the team sheet, my plan here was, hey, Choice Band Flygon and Volcarona can hit everything on this team for at least neutral. I wasn't 100% sure that Juniper would lead for the same team. In fact, I actually thought that Juniper would try to spice things up and start with a different lead. She actually didn't. She led with the exact same stuff again. And for every match coming forward, she did lead the exact same mons again. So this is still fine in my shoes, right? All I have to do is go for the Fiery Dance on Regice like I did in the round that we fought before. Unfortunately, however, I'm going to be extremely punished for all of these matches for not giving my Volcarona the Charcoal. This is where the Charcoal really matters, because she goes for the Rage Powder, Fiery Dance comes out, but I don't get the first special attack boost on Fiery Dance, so I don't kill it with Volcarona, so I have to use Flygon to knock out Regice. And obviously it's easy enough to say, oh, well, why didn't you click 1,000 Arrows there? You would have done big damage to Victini and also killed Regice. It's not that simple. The moment that Regice clicks Wide Guard there, it's over. It is actually just over. Because I don't even get a kill at that point. Wide Guard will absolutely protect it. At least with Dragon Claw, it is guaranteed that I'm killing Regice, right? And on top of that, even if I do kill Regice with Volcarona, we saw from the first matchup that even if I kill Regice with Volcarona, the Wide Guard will still stay up. So I would effectively just get dicked on by clicking 1,000 Arrows. So I basically needed to click a single target move in case she ever clicked Wide Guard. That being said, I get why she did what she did, right? She was worried about a single target like move from Flygon, right? And she was worried that I'd Bug Buzz into Victini with Volcarona probably. She just wanted to make sure that my Volcarona was not going to take out Victini. But I knew that Regice was too much of a threat with Wide Guard, so I just had to take it out with Fiery Dance, right? With the Desolate Land boost. Yeah, this is something funny about this, actually. The fact that the Victini has Desolate Land is a big reason why I'm able to take out Juniper's Regice in the first place. But yeah, the Solid Rock Soul Dew Latias is out, and I'm taking my sweet time here, right? I'm trying to figure out how to make the exact perfect play. I go for the Choice Band Dragon Claw on Latias. I actually think I doubled up on it, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Bug Buzz, Parental Bond, and then Dragon Claw goes into Victini here. Honestly, at this point in the match, I'm feeling good. I have a lot of progress, right? I killed the Latias, I killed the Regice. Like, great. This is going great for me. But this Victini still has a Quiver Dance up from round 1. It is faster than all of my Mons, and I really can't do anything about it. I have no priority on my team. I think if there's one massive throw on my team, it's that I have no priority. That being said, I don't think I had a single priority move as a TM, but yeah, maybe I should have done some different Mons to maybe consider getting Sucker Punch or something like that for a situation like this. Yeah, this is scary stuff. I basically needed to sack in this scenario. Oh, I remember this. This was such a big throw. I basically sacked Rhyperior here. I should not have done that. Rhyperior was so important. That really just threw me, you know? Switching out Flygon into Rhyperior full health. I basically just sacked a full health Mon there. There was no reason for me to do that. I don't even know why I did that. I guess I wanted to save Flygon for T-Tar and Honchkrow, but like Rhyperior also dealt with those, so I don't get it. I guess I was kind of just thinking of the type chart, like, oh, well, I'm a rock type, so I resist the fire type moves. It don't matter when you're in Desolate Land. It just don't. Searing Shot did end up getting the burn on Mew here, which actually does end up mattering here because I'm doing less damage with my Water Spouts. And I basically needed to Water Spout here. Because I couldn't hurt Victini. None of the other moves on my Mew could actually damage it. I'm into range. Draco Meteor doesn't even kill the Victini. And we're just in such a bad spot here. The Victini still has a Quiver up. There's absolutely no world where I can win this. It is just completely over. The moment that I sacked Rhyperior is the moment that I lost this game. Still though, super GG to Juniper. She played that very, very well. I did not. So on to game 2. I end up leading the exact same Mons. And I could have clicked 1,000 Arrows, but again, I could not risk getting wide guarded, right? But JK, I actually switched up my lead here. So in that first game, I don't know if you noticed, but my Gliscor did jack all. It did nothing. One of the biggest reasons why Gliscor is not good into Juniper's team is because if you look at it, it's all freaking special attackers, right? I mean, Regice is a wall, but Reshiram, Victini, Latias, those are the biggest threats on her team, and they're all special. Honchkrow is not really an offensive threat, it's more of a utility threat. And T-Tar is a physical threat, but it's slow, so I'm not really too threatened by it. If it sets up a shift gear, then I could be in trouble, but honestly, I have so many resistances into T-Tar that it just was never going to be a real threat. The biggest threats were the special attackers, right? So I ended up saying, screw it, I don't need Intimidate. I'm just going to send out Nico Stratus at the beginning, and yeah, I'm going to Prage. I figured, oh, well, hey, if I go for a Flying Gem Acrobatics into Victini, that's going to be massive. I thought maybe she'd go for Wide Guard this time. She did not. She did not go for Wide Guard. I did not get the Fiery Dance boost on the first Parental Bond. Extremely unlucky on my part. So we basically just wasted our Flying Gem Acrobatics, and Victini's at full HP. Yikers. So we are in a worse position now because we've already wasted our Flying Gem. So here I am just like freaking out like, oh my god, I'm going to lose. I'm going to freaking lose. So finally I get to reveal my Seismic Toss Volcarona, which is pretty hype, honestly. I really like that. That's cool stuff. God, Searing Shot one-shotting Gliscor is crazy. We get the Seismic Toss that does exactly 100 HP of damage with Parental Bond. Sunburst goes down, but thankfully here, this is going to be something that both me and Juniper are going to find out. I actually ended up watching Juniper's perspective on this, and Juniper realized the same thing that I thought of in this moment. And that is that as long as I have Dialga and Rhyperior out on the same time while Regice is dead, keyword, Regice has to be dead. If Regice was alive at any point, This does not work because she could just spam wide guard. And my only offensive moves on Rhyperior are spread moves, which wide guard just protects against. So, as long as Regice is dead, I can send out both Dialga and Rhyperior here to Rage Powder with Dialga, and then 1,000 Arrows to finally get the Ground Gem procced and Unburden activated. This was the game-changing moment in Game 2. Right here. What Juniper needed to do was not kill one of my 2 mons at the beginning. And Juniper said the exact same thing. She literally said in the 3rd game, spoiler alert again, I ended up winning this game. Round 2. But it's only because of this. Earth Power comes out, Dialga eats it because we're max Spadef. Fusion Flare, we die, but guess what? Ground Gem boosted, Stab boosted, and I was actually fortunate here because the Reshiram barely lived. And this is a good thing, because Reshiram does not outspeed Rhyperior. I would not have killed something from full HP. So by me keeping Reshiram in, I effectively just have a free turn where I can double up into the right side of the field. Reshiram's going to die to 1,000 Arrows no matter what. Honestly, yeah, there was a non-zero chance where I could have lost this game if Reshiram did die. Granted, I still think I was at a heavy advantage here the moment I got the Ground Gem boost off. I just have so much momentum when I have Unburden up. But who knows, right? It would have been a completely different game. So we just go for the Choice Band boosted Dragon Claw into the Latias. And we get the 1,000 Arrows out. That combined with the Choice Band Dragon Claw is just enough to beat the Solid Rock Soul Dew Latias. And at this point, I'm like, I've won. Cinema. We've done it. Round 2 is done. Let's freaking go. Needless to say, the Rage Powder on Dialga is just absolutely insane. I'm so glad that I decided to run it. Dragon Claw into Xenia, I'm not trying to get tailwinded on, and yeah, Sacred Sword comes out onto Rai, but it does jack all because Rai has freaking like 130 physical defense. Let's freaking go, as Dolphin says in the chat over there, let's freaking go. No pressure for this last fight at all, tell me about it, you know? Just freaking 9 months of this event going down the drain. I end up taking my Cappy hat off, I'm not playing no mother trucking games. You see me in this? Do you see? I am freaking out. So, going into the very final match of Grand Finals, I do the exact same lead as Game 2. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We lead Gliscor and Volcarona. But this time, I decided to mix it up. I'm not playing no freaking games. I decided, F it. If Juniper's going to do the same thing, I'm going to do something different. I'm going for Diamond Storm on Gliscor, which was extremely risky, because if she clicked Wide Guard there, it was over. But the Diamond Storm is huge here, because we get some really good chip damage onto Victini, while also killing the Rage Powdering Regice. And of course, we didn't get a special attack boost on either hit of Parental Bond. Whatever, man. Giving me all the luck. T-Tar comes out here, and we just say, F it. I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz kill on T-Tar. I cannot risk this thing setting up a shift gear. I just can't, right? It's very unfortunate, because I'm very aware of the fact that I'm leaving this Quiver danced up Victini on the field, but I couldn't have killed Victini with Volcarona at this point anyway. So I may as well kill the T-Tar before it sets up, because I can't deal with a shift geared up T-Tar at the same time as a Quiver danced up Victini. There's just no way. So yeah, Searing Shot comes out again. One shot's Gliscor, but at least I can kill the mother trucking T-Tar. And here I'm deciding what I should finally switch in next to Volcarona. And I think at this point, this is when Juniper knows. And in her perspective, she does the same damn thing. She had to make sure that she was not killing both Volcarona and Gliscor at the same time, because she absolutely could not let Dialga and Rhyperior out at the same time. And that's what I wanted. So I ended up sending out Flygon on the Latias here, and I go for the Dragon Claw on Winifred. That makes sense, right? We saw how much Dragon Claw did in the last match to Latias. We're going to make huge progress. But again, this Quiver Dance Victini just has to stay in, and it sucks ass. It freaking sucks ass. I hate it. I couldn't do anything else. I had to focus in on the other side. I wasn't doing enough damage. The burn is pretty nice into Latias here, because it's going to be spamming Recover. Now, I'd like to make an addendum here. Obviously, right, context matters in these situations. Me and Juniper, we had so much going on. But if Juniper had clicked Mother Trucking Heal Pulse into Victini, it was over. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, it's easy to say stuff like that now with hindsight. But goddamn, man, if she clicked Heal Pulse on Victini, she could have just kept spamming Searing Shot till it was over. But still, Latias also would have died that turn. It is honestly not impossible. I don't know. I don't know what would have been the perfect play there. It's tough to say. But at this point, I even know, like, oh shoot. Juniper knows what the frick she's doing. That's exactly why she didn't go for a kill with Latias. Latias could have easily killed Flygon here with Dragon Pulse. But she knew that she did not want to kill both Mons at the same time, so I could let Dialga and Rhyperior out at the same time. And this sucks, but I had to send out Mew so that way Cloud9 could activate, so that way Searing Shot was not going to kill HG. The Psychic ends up coming out on Flygon from Victini, which is not what I was expecting at all. But oh my god, if she clicked Heal Pulse there, that turn I think is where she should have clicked Heal Pulse. 100% at the very least, that turn she should have clicked Heal Pulse. Bro, it would have been over. I couldn't have killed it. I actually could not have killed Victini if she did that. Oh my god, dude. Anyway, let me stop. Hindsight's 2020, right? Hindsight's 2020. So, this is where I finally get to reveal my fourth move. Up to this point in the tournament, I was very cautious about which moves I clicked, which moves I revealed in the tournament, and it is all culminating in this perfect moment that's going to be upcoming here. So Searing Shot comes out on Victini. We get to synchronize. Ooh. Does nothing, obviously, because Victini's a fire type. We end up killing Victini. Love to frickin' see it. In hindsight, I probably should have soft-boiled there instead of Rage Powdering. I think I should have. Because I knew that it was going to Searing Shot anyway. There's no reason for me not to soft-boiled. And honestly, was Mew even necessary in this game at this point? Not really. Honchkro's still in the back to Sucker Punch it. Yeah, that was definitely kind of a throw. I should have soft-boiled. Definitely should have. Even my chat saying a 20-round battle just to kill a damn Victini. Listen, man, that Victini just, it could not die. No matter what I clicked into it, I just did such irrelevant damage. And I couldn't let the right side set up on me either. Reshiram comes out, and I already know that Reshiram dies to a Draco Meteor, but that is not the plan here, right? So, in Juniper's mind here, right, all I have left in the back is Rhyperior. As long as she kills Dialga, she wins. Because she can just double up into Rhyperior, and it will die before I can get the Unburdened Ground Gem boost off. And this is true. I agree with this. But, here is where the one move culminating difference comes in clutch. The one move that I had not revealed on Dialga up to this point is Mother Trucking Detect. And this is where the game gets crazy. I'm detecting. Clutch. Wait. Can we win? I love the realization in my head there. I said, wait. The detect, I didn't realize it in the moment how massive that detect was. But yes, because I detected, Juniper was expecting to kill both of us there and then just leave Rhyperior as the sole survivor. That makes a ton of sense. I would have done the same damn thing in this scenario. She did not know my Dialga had detect. Detect is the only way that Dialga could have lived that last turn. So now, right? Now, did detect just save me the game? This ending is so crazy here. It's so insane. It's close. It's so close. I go for the 1,000 arrows to get the ground gem Unburden, and I go for Rage Powder because I know that Winifred would outspeed and aim for Rhyperior here. Sacking Dialga off of Winifred's Dragon Pulse. So now, Rhyperior gets hit by a Freeze Dry.
And it lives on 14.
Please! It has Sucker Punch. 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 You can just hear the despair in my voice at the realization. And this is me putting in a damage calculator because I was like, I don't even know why I did this. It's obvious Sucker Punch killed. No, I know why. Because I wanted to know if Wing Attack killed. Sucker Punch obviously kills here, though. It's not close. Got a little bit of time. Like, I know Rhyperior is very physically bulky, but, But yeah, it was actually pretty close to living Wing Attack. There's even some rolls where I might have been able to live, like, a super low roll Wing Attack. Maybe, depending on its IVs. Either way. After I did put it in the calculator, yeah, Wing Attack was killing as well. So, no matter what here, I was losing, right? There was no way I could win this. Juniper played extremely well, and I just couldn't even do anything. Juniper deserved to win. She played extremely well. She knew how to win. But I had one win con. I have yet to reveal that I had non-offensive moves on my Rai. I hate that it has to come to this. I hate that it has to come to this. The despair on this man's face. Me looking at the Wing Attack roll. I think this is when I saw that Wing Attack was a thing. I had already used Attack. I hate that it has to come to this. I want to give some context to those who don't understand this scenario here. You might be thinking, why not just clicking an attacking move? Sucker Punch has priority. Sucker Punch would come out and kill me if I use an attacking move. Sucker Punch does not work if I use a non-offensive move. So, this is called a Sucker Punch 50-50. This happens all the time in competitive singles. And yeah, at this point, I'm just terrified. I think it's over. I really do think it's over. It is more likely for me to lose this scenario than win, right? Oh my god. Wing Attack does... Wing Attack probably also kills me. If she clicks Wing Attack right now, it's GG. She clicks Sucker. Oh my god. Dude, I am breathing right now. Okay. It's literally just... Oh no. I don't know. If she clicks Wing Attack, it's over. Okay. Okay. I detect. She clicks Sucker. Okay. Now, important to note, you might be thinking, why would Juniper not just always spam Sucker Punch? She will win eventually. Power points are a factor. Sucker Punch only has 5 power points, so does Detect. In that scenario where we are both spamming Detect and Sucker Punch, I win. Because at the end of the day, I will outspeed. So, me knowing that Wing Attack also killed here is what made this so much more complicated. Because at any point while I'm clicking Detect, she could just click Wing Attack and kill me. So, okay. 9 months of this event. I don't know if she just spams Sucker or not. Are determined on this Sucker Punch 50-50. Okay, I just landed the Detect. I already see that Wing Attack kills. I'm gonna pray. Please. Please. Please! Yes! 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 Why was I scared of it not killing? Why was I scared? That's a pretty epic pop-off. Not gonna lie. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking. Bro, calm down. It just came. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wing attack killed. Wing attack killed. She must have gone for wing attack. It's true. She did go for wing attack there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the grand finale of the Cagelocke Swapouts. Yeah, completely bonkers. Everybody in the call were like freaking out at this point.
That was crazy.
Hello.
That was crazy.
Dude,
I'm crying.
I had hope for you, and I knew my
I
hope would go through.
Don't even know what to say.
Yeah, right.
And here I thought there couldn't be a closer match than the Grief and freaking Gerald fight. That was ridiculous. It was literally 50-50. That match was 50-50. It was just flat out 50-50.
Oh my god. Manner.
I'm like, I hate Sucker Punch. I hate that move so much. I do hate that I hate that move. I do hate that move. That move existing is what caused that match to literally just be a 50-50. It was just 100% read. But I mean, hey, I won the read, so I ended up winning the Cagelocke Swapouts. I even said at the end here that we could consider it a tie for me and Juniper, right? Juniper won 2 matches against me. I won 2 matches against her. In my head, we've tied as both the champions of the Cagelocke Swapouts. Because honestly, I just got lucky. I just got lucky. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here, all right? Let's be real. I got lucky at the end there. Sucker Punch absolutely should have just come out and killed me, but no. But no. Well, I mean, hey, that's the weakness of Sucker Punch, right? That is the weakness of Sucker Punch for you. And yeah. I gotta say, huge shout-outs to JuniperLea. I was honestly very, very scared. A little bit of extra context for y'all. I was super, super cocky, right? After my first 2 wins against both AerialEmbers and YourIdiotNerd, I was so worried that I was going to just sweep through all of my opponents that I ended up actually telling everybody that they could reveal as much about my mons that they knew from previous cage matches. Now, that being said, that was not counting the item hunting stream that I did. So no matter what, my sketch moves were completely hidden. Mew knowing Side Strike and Eruption was hidden, stuff like that. But still, I got way too cocky. I ended up revealing Parental Bond to Juniper, which was huge, right? Revealing Parental Bond on Volcarona, yeah, that's a huge tell, right? And honestly, I should have sacrificed my masochism because I did not recognize how hard this finale would actually be. I would have absolutely hated it if the entire tournament and the grand finale was me just spamming 1,000 arrows. I would have hated that crap. Granted, we did win due to the MVP right here in the end, but it was so close, man. What a freaking battle. What a freaking battle. All 3 of me and Juniper's matches were so freaking close. I love how the final match of the whole tournament was also just like so close. Oh my god, it was 50-50. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, what a freaking cool game, man. I really loved this event. I thought it was a ton of fun. There were a few things that I would have changed if I could have, but at the end of the day, moments like these were just so fantastic, and so many of these cage matches were just so much fun to do. It's really fun to go back into Gen 6 mechanics and in-game battles to actually battle with each other in this big community event, like with all 12 different streamers. And yeah, I was lucky to have actually taken home the crown on this one. It was really fun to use the entire Nuzlocke as just a way of building up this final team for a big tournament in the end. And it was also cool to just use, like, basically your Hackmon teams, right? The randomized abilities on all the mons, like the Unburdened Rhyperior, bro. Oh my god, man. When I saw Unburdened Rhyperior, I was like, this has potential, but probably won't end up being anything crazy. Bro, it was so crazy. The fact that Rhyperior did basically jack all in none of the cage matches, but freaking destroyed the tournament. I wonder how many kills Rhyperior actually got in this tournament. It definitely got more than Volcarona. Glasgow didn't get a freaking single kill. Well, I guess technically the Diamond Storm ended up finishing Regice in the grand finale here, but whatever, right? Oh, and actually having use for Cloud9 on Mew, I've never used Cloud9, like, actively. I can honestly rave about all my strategies in this event, like, back and forth, back and forth. That being said, I think that'll be it for this video. Huge shoutouts to JuniperLea, huge shoutouts to everybody in this event that I participated with. And yeah, it was just so much fun. I would love to participate with these streamers yet again in the future. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this absolute behemoth of a video, 3.5 hours, and you really made it to the end, or did you just skip to the end? Be honest. Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments, please. Did you skip to the end, or did you watch the whole thing? I know you didn't watch the whole thing. You lying, bruh. In fact, to prove me wrong, leave a like right now. Subscribe, alright? Like, prove me wrong right now. All joking aside, this did take me a really long time to make. Who would have guessed? It's a really freaking long video, so I would really appreciate the support. And let me know in the comments if you would like to see more Pokemon content like this in the future. It would really help me out a lot. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Later, Menners.